Yeah, I was not talking with the mic off, unplugged and such. No, I knew my plug. I knew my mic was unplugged. I was like, hey, I have a timer running down in the stream, so while it goes down, I'll take my time to plug my mic. And guess what? I got distracted. I got distracted. Okay, I forgot to plug my mic, and then I tried to plug it. And I was like, wait, hold on. Where does it go? It's not my fault. Okay, it's not. It's not. Oh my god. Oh no. Oh, I forgot about all this. Yeah. So, if you see my tiny avatar at the bottom screen, let me tell you what's going on. Uh, my monitor. I, I got myself another one. Okay, not the other one. It was something that I used to have earlier, but it got switched with someone else's, and now I have it back because they just gave it back and such. The end result is the pixels of my screen has become more. How do I explain this? You know those, like, you go 1920 1080, right? Yeah, mine became 3000 something. I don't remember what it is, but I do know it's something in 3000. Yeah, somewhere like uh because of that, everything I have set up according to the 19 and 1920 19 something something. Uh it's not working. And I didn't realize it before I started the stream because, hey, you know me, I'm a dummy dum dum. Oh god. It's a perfect start for the stream. After a long time coming back to stream, this is how I suffer. I forget what I'm supposed to do and all the changes I made. Proud of myself. But anyway, without any further ado, let's get on to Genshin. There's been updates recently. Uh, Milu banner's out for sure. We know that. Beta banner is out. There was this event that was for you to check your. It was an event that was, I think, was a rerun of another event because I've done that thing before, where you would make your teams in. You would make a lot of teams, like 8 teams of two characters each, and when you start into battle, you have to start with some turn into, what's it called? You have to switch out your characters. You have to switch teams after a few minutes of playing, because if you don't, the team will lose its power and it would become really weak. And you have time limit as many. You have to kill as many monsters as you possibly can in a given time limit. So let me see if it's still out there. I didn't tell you the name. I think that. Yeah, Kunin Iki. Yeah. This thing. I I know I was supposed to score, but hey, I was in a hurry, okay? I've not been able to play Genshin properly in a long while. I've not been able to enjoy it either. I just turned on the game, I tell my brother to do commissions, I sometimes come in and do the events and such. Luckily, I've already done this on stream before, so now we have this Wind Chaser, already done the test run. Nilo is actually pretty impressive, not gonna lie. Nilo's impressive. If I was not saving for Child, I might have gone for her and Sino. Uh, this is okay. Wait, what? That's his name? Trade the Prince. I didn't know that. And of course, don't forget this thing is going on, which is pretty awesome. It's giving us 10 wishes, so more wishes for my child. And if I have some left and I get lucky somehow, which I would really be happy about, that is if I win my 50-50, I would be able to save up more for Farmush, Balladeer. I know Balladeer, it will be his first time coming to the banner, so he'll be coming back soon as well. He won't be gone forever, but I'm hoping to have him too. Is he gonna be a good character or a bad character, like according to the fighting style and such? I have no idea. I'm just someone would be like, I want this. I don't care. I do not like that. Usually, it's just Balladeer's cutscene is emotionally made me want to have him in my team. Wind Chaser. You meet an adventurer named Holang out of the wilds. He seems to be attempting to explore a strange domain. We'll be doing that. Okay, let's see all the things I'll be doing tonight. I'll be doing that Wind Chaser thing. I have to also do this Abyssy thingy. The day is not reset. I still have some wishes. No, not wishes. Resins. How many resins have I done? Okay. Oh, I've already done it. Oh, they're recharging. Okay, okay, okay. I was confused. 50 wishes is not happening. Uh, but Spiral is. Oh, Spiral is also done. Oh, that is interesting. It says 12 days. How long do we have before the Spiral Abyss resets? It resets in 13 days. So, as soon as this battle pass, I have a feeling that as soon as this battle pass ends, it would not be coming back in time for the other Spiral Abyss. I'm gonna go for the Spiral Abyss anyway, because hey, it's Primrose. I don't want to miss Primrose. You don't want to miss Primrose. Come on. Domains, challenges, more. I have a feeling I was saving more for something I don't remember what for now. My brain cells don't work that way. Have I grown taller? I don't think so. Hello, Alex. Welcome in. How are you? Welcome in. How are you doing? I'm back. Guess who ran off the wall again? Guess sticky tape does not really work. The clock got off the wall and ran away. But hey, this time I didn't have to worry that much. Because my cat Cynthia ran after it. Be like, oh my god, come down here. Let me catch you. Pretty good, Dragons. I have new development for you. Ooh, just pretty excited excited about it. She wants to tell you. I am excited to hear about it. Tell me about tell me what happened. Have I grown taller? Let me share a piece of great news with you. Recently, I'm able to catch crystal flies with just a little jump. I used to have to try so hard to reach them, so I must have grown taller. But I'm not very sure. What if they just happened to fly closer to the ground recently? Could you come over to see if I've really gotten taller? You can, pat my head to measure my height, but not for too long. Aw, Sayo is allowing us to pat her head. You're my best friend, so I know you won't lie to me, but if I really haven't grown taller, please help me think of other methods. This is a secret between us only. Don't tell the Shrine Maiden. And Miss Kamisato, and Lady Gucci, and she fell asleep. Why is the kid always falling asleep though? Like, is it some issues? Is she working too hard? Why is Sayo always falling asleep? We need to get to the bottom of it. It feels like it's something important. I've heard of this event. I've participated in this event as well. I was pretty satisfied. Time required? No, not time required. The story was interesting, indeed. I did not like the whole. No, wait, I did not like the story. It was kind of silly. The whole sniffing wine was not that. The gameplay, on the other hand, was pretty interesting, and rules and prompts were pretty interesting as well. Yes, I did do the boar catcher thingy. It was very satisfying. Time required to do it was also pretty satisfying. I also did the high event trial, and it was pretty good. Satisfied, indeed. I did this charity and creativity. It was kind of silly. I would say somewhat satisfied. Time earned was also somewhat satisfied. It was a bit silly though, but it was good. Hey, blessing thing was good. Kind of was hard to understand. It's only a few awful things, but it was good. How would you like the aspects of blessings? Obtain letters from the blessings to characters. Yeah, that was actually good. I liked how you can have letters. Obtain letters of blessing from residents. That was also pretty good. I liked it. Obtain furnishing that can be used to decorate your shop. I'm not into decorating much, but yeah, it was a good detail. It was a good detail. Overall, do you think that the game Genshin Impact is time consuming? It is very time consuming. You can say that. I wouldn't give it a complete 5, but I would stay in somewhere close to 4. Especially if you have like 3 to 4 accounts, well then it's for me it would be impossible. It is kind of time consuming though. It took me 7 hours or 8 to complete the ballot thingy. And it took me 4 hours for the sign up quest. But in the same point, if you just go into the quest and it ends right away, it would not be it would not be that good. So I would give it close to 4. So it's not a bad thing, but it's also the truth that it is kind of taking time. Not in a bad way, but it is taking time. What I mean? It's energy consuming. For someone who is like me, I would rather not discuss the meaning of that, but it can be a bit energy consuming. How is it energy consuming? Not sure how to explain it. I mean, I think I know how to explain it. I just don't want to say much. But let's just say sometimes I'm hyperactive. I have tons of energy to spend on, but sometimes, although I'm really much interested in doing things, I lack the energy to do so. And those times, this game feels like, it's too much. Like you saw, I spawned. I turned on the game. I was right in front of the spiral abyss. That means off stream I had went to the spiral abyss. I turned it on. It showed me you have to go from level 9 to 12. I was like, I don't have the energy for that. I'm not gonna go with all the clickety clackety clackety clickety and stress thingy. So I just turned it off. I didn't do it on a single floor or chamber. So it can be very energy consuming. Not even snowy. During the first age, I had the privilege of meeting a very unique horse. Ooh, horse? Unfortunately, after the Battle of the Reptilians, she had to stay behind in the telegram because she got trapped there. Oh no! But she has called out to Al. She has? And Alice said that he would adopt her. Her name is Wildwing, and she's a Pegasus. Alice's house is being filled with amazing mystical creatures. Alex, I'm jealous now. Oh, it's so cute. It's amazing. I love it. There's dragons. There's gonna be 3 of them. There's also maybe gonna be 4 of them. You said there's another elder dragon, but it's gonna be a she this time. And then there's Pegasus. It's super amazing. Just need to collect a lot of food. But other than that, that's pretty awesome. Overall, do you think the Genshin pack is interesting? It is very interesting, not gonna lie. It's time consuming. Battles and Brew 6-7 hours. Okay, I will give it a 4. Is energy consuming? No, it was not that energy consuming. I would not give it. It was interesting though. It was really, really interesting. And I like the end of it though. Rewards offered by the events. Primos, yes, I know it very, very well. I love the primos. Gameplay included autumn prices, charity, and yes, I do know that. The amount, do you know the approximate amount of primogems reward by this one? It was between 800 to 200 primos, right? Last time we did math on it. We did math. It was around 700 something. Uh, 60, there's 180, then. It was less than 800 though, right? Or was it a bit over 800? You know, I think if this works, it will be pretty crazy. If I have my calculator on, if it has its history. Does it have a history? Oh no! Turning off PC destroys the history. Ah, oh, dang it. That's sad. Or did I do it on my phone? I don't think I did it on my phone, but I was gonna check it anyway. History on my phone. uh, dang it! It did not do it on my phone. Hey, come on. I know how this works, okay? And she said that she could be here as early as the next week. That is pretty awesome. I'm really interested. So I will say less than, it was 400 to 800 primos, definitely. It was definitely not more than 1600 because they did not give us 10 wishes. Why did you play for the primos? Enhancement weapons was also interesting. Weapon automatic name cards, that is not that much I do. Things doing games, I participate in the event to pass the time, that is not the trip. Experience the event gameplay. Found more story, various nations of Tibet. Characters I like are the main characters of the event story. Not really. I mean, Rainer is my favorite, but also Klee is my favorite, but more story about that. And of course, the amazing cutscene. That's how you spell it. That follows. Because the cutscene is always the one thing I'm always looking forward to, so I'm pretty certain about that. What game content have you experienced in Genshin since the last version? I have done our Conquest, that was the main story. I've done the Leyland Artifact bosses. I have not done the Hangouts. There have not been any Hangouts either. It was released in previous versions. New areas I have definitely experienced. Daily commissions, not of Sumeru, so I would not be telling anything about it. Speedrunning this game contains from the longest to short duration according to how long you experience content since the last version update. Using original resins are constrained to spend a lot. New areas definitely, but yeah. How did you complete the balance of it? I waited for the content to accumulate until the last few days to complete everything. Yes. Whenever the content I play it immediately on the same day. I never can do that. I wait for the events to accumulate and play it at the same. I wait for the content to accumulate until the last few days to complete everything. That's the exact thing. Do you have anything else you want to share about the version? About version 3.1. No addition to multiplayer. Yeah, games. Yeah. There's literally nothing about multiplayer in this game, which is kind of the only thing that I don't like about this game. I was pretty surprised when I got the call from Valve. I'm not exactly sure how she got out of that mess, but she did somehow. And that means she's brave and she deserves a good house. Good home. Not a house, a home. If someone actually manages to finally break out of something so bad and mean, they deserve to finally get out, to deserve to get a beautiful home where they're accepted and everything. Oh yeah, the Jinya, and to whom will I find this letter? Oh, Jingui? Jingui. Jingui is the, yeah, the boy. Whosoever finds this letter, so he didn't even address this letter to us. Me, Kamisato Ayato, shall we meet again? That is the cute little, like, there are people who are sending beautiful letters, right? The pink requires your opinion from Albedo. Xinyan saying a special performance for us. Let's meet from Ningguang, which is kind of and don't like pizza. And Yang is asking for a date. I don't know why. Sure. But also I need to take all this primos. They're not that many. Let's just calculate. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 75, 85, 90, 95. Sure. People join my world. Where is it again? 95, 100, and 105. Only 105 wishes. 105 wishes. 105 premise. But what is that? Wait, they have a baby water. You have a baby water oceanit. Oceanit. Pick up some of your parents. Yeah, yeah, sure. And the red is so cute. She is. How do you even get that? It is super cute. I love it. Perfect. Halberds are very strong and brave Pegasus. Status for sure, indeed. The violin playing here is kinda, I wouldn't say kinda creepy. So I have resins, but we're saving these resins for the day reset. Got it. Wing Chaser. Let's see what I can do while they're in my world. I think let's go and select. Yes, I want to. Wait, what is that? 40 missions? World quest. 40 primos. So we have a few of the world quests as well that we have not been doing. We should probably work on those as well. And I'll take this Nilu quest. and unlock it because I'm gonna try to do it before the reset. What is it called? Before the next update comes out, because then it will be stuck for us. Is it unlocked? It's a story quest, right? You should say story quest. I thought I activated it. Did I not activate it? Return to the quest screen to view details. Maybe it will activate after the person is gone from the world? Perhaps. I mean, I don't mind. Notices. 3.1 update. Have we not already been here? Update zone. There is an issue where in a small problem the needles elements of person able to hit enemies under certain circumstances. So they'll be fixing it. Needle use the field after simply casting our elements in a short period of time, entering lunar prayer state. Okay. Star Seeker's sword. They're giving primos. This will start from 21st till the 30th. It's in about 2 days or so. What day is it? Each night I get argued because me and Sage definitely are. I cannot express my excitement. I already loved. I don't think I love all of the magical creatures. No, I'm good. I'm good. Thank you for joining. Hope you had fun. Hope you got all you needed. And they will be leaving my world, and I can return to single player. Nibu has the interesting. Oh, this is definitely not a free to play. They have all the 5 stars. Okay, so they left the world, and I can go to single player. Yeah, as I was saying, I'm definitely really excited to see Wildwing and also get to know her. I most certainly am. Is my quest unlocked? There it is. Navigate. The Grand Bazaar. Before we go there, I wonder if I need to have my audio.
Paimon coming in! Paimon coming in! Is this level okay? Can you hear Paimon?
I can hear Paimon. Pretty loud and clear. So here we are in Sumeru. That makes sense. Milu was in Sumeru. So we got Sino's story quest, we got Tenori's story quest, now it's Milu's story quest time. Wait, would we be getting Boladio's story quest as well? Oh, I would love if the game gives us one more child story quest before removing child. They need to, give a tribute to child. It's just me who feels that should be the case. Come on, I cannot be the only one who feels that way, right? People gotta admit, if any character, not just child, if any character is leaving the game, like with the brutality of being murdered, so I think they deserve to have a bit of their story quest, a proper farewell, a last chance to hang out with them and do their quest. Even if it's after the cutscene of their death, that would make it even more sad that this is the last time you're ever seeing them. The Grand Bazaar. Do I even know where is the Grand Bazaar? Is this the Grand Bazaar? Is this the... Oh, this is the... Oh! I didn't know this is the one. That makes a lot of sense, actually. It does make a lot of sense. So Neela should be... where is she? Somewhere over here? Oh, There she is. She wears amazing clothes. Oh yeah, I forgot to check if she is wearing her Akashi terminal.
Nilu, it's nice to see you again.
Oh, hey there, Traveler in Paimon.
Are you here for some shopping too?
That's right. Although there were a few hiccups here and there, the Sub-Zerus Festival turned out to be a grand success. And so, the theater wants to host a celebration event. Do you two want to come? It'll be a really fun time.
A celebration.
It's something like a tradition of ours. Whenever we wrap an important performance, we'll get together and unwind. Rehearsals are exhausting. If you keep your nose to the grindstone, you're going to wipe yourself out sooner or later. Mr. Zubair, our manager, always says that celebrations aren't just for fun, but that they should also be occasions for reflection and review. But no one remembers that once the celebration starts. It's not like he can't also have some fun himself.
We've been to a lot of festivals during our adventures. Will your celebration also have lots of yummy food and drinks?
Of course. We always do lots of eating, toasting, and gift exchanging. We try really hard to show our appreciation for everyone.
Ah, so we'll need to bring a present.
Oh my god, so you were trying to freeload.
No way! Treat others how you want to be treated, right?
Oh, the other
Paimon
option was
already
also
has a
pretty
great
good.
gift in mind.
Oh, Nick, thank you so much for the hydrate. I wanted to say Paimon into the gift box to
But
go.
maybe you could lend Paimon some Mora first?
It's fine. No need to stress, Paimon. You can come, present or not. The gift exchange is just to make the celebration more entertaining. You two being there would be the best gift of all. It'll also be a good time to introduce you to the rest of the theater.
Speaking of, since you last met her in her dream, many more things have happened.
Is something up?
Of course, all I can think about is food and drinks because that's all she ever wanted. That actually is true. Pretty New Year's Eve can also be here.
Yeah, but for now, it's more important for her to rest and recover. I tried to visit her, but I got turned away at the door. The people there wouldn't listen to a single word I said.
Oh, that's
All I could do
horrible.
was to leave a letter encouraging her to get some rest and keep her spirits up. She'll be better soon. And then we can celebrate together at the theater.
It's all thanks to you and Nilu that we managed to save Dunyarzad.
I still want her to have any regrets.
You're way too modest. Just now, I actually felt really self-conscious when Paimon talked about us in the same breath. Compared to you, I really didn't do much at all.
You did the Sub-Zero's dance. You broke everyone out of the Sub-Zero's samsara?
Anyway, all that aside,
I
are
forgot
you
the name.
thinking about coming to our event?
Well, that's an amazing tattoo. I've been looking at the tattoo over and over.
Paimon thinks it'll be a great time. What do you think, Traveler?
It sounds fun.
All right, then let's head to... Wait, I completely forgot about this pile of stuff.
Whoa, did you buy all of this, Nilu?
Just one box. The rest were given to me. I really don't know how it came to this much.
That's way too many freebies. Many vendors give out samples for free, but Paimon's never seen this much.
All I know is that whenever I start chatting with people, my hands would get more and more full until I can't hold everything anymore. This seems to happen every time.
What? That just means that you're really nice and people want to give you stuff.
I was planning on making a few trips to bring everything back before continuing on with my shopping, but I don't think I'll have the time.
So this isn't even all of it?
Oh my god, let me help you.
Are you sure?
Yeah, we don't mind. We'll give you free help. We can't give you free gifts, we can give you free help. Don't worry.
Of course! Carrying stuff is a piece of cake for her, right, Traveler?
You can also carry a few stuff, Paimon. We can carry the waist and such.
I'm so sorry to trouble you like this. I meant to invite you to our celebration, but now you're helping me instead.
No worries.
Well, let's hurry up and grab the last few things, so we can get back to the theater.
Paimon, you're either picking the pot or you're going inside the pot. Pick your choice. Do the wise. Lotus. What is a weird spelling, Lotus? I love Lotus spelling. It's a pretty good way to spell Lotus. I'll call it Lotus. It's good.
What's so great about Snezhnayan toys anyway?
Oh, well if it isn't Nilu.
Don't tell me he's giving more stuff. Oh
Greetings,
no.
Mr. Jute. Do you still have any food that's ready to go?
Of course I do. I've heard that Zubair Theater is hosting a celebration event, so I've reserved some food for you in advance. Although, it looks like you're gonna need 2 more portions.
But aren't you someone who sung urns? How do you have food?
Ah, please allow me to introduce them. This is the Traveler, a very experienced adventurer.
And definitely not on the run because we're being hunted
And
and
this is
sooner.
Paimon, her super reliable guide and helper.
No. Paimon is... hold on. She got it completely right. Look, Traveler, she introduced Paimon correctly!
Oh my god! She just introduced you as you are. The most rare occurrence. The people always
Don't
introduce her
underestimate
wrong.
Nilu. She always remembers every last little detail about everyone, even if it sounds completely trivial. She's also very brave. Just a little while ago, she saved my precious spices from the jaws of a sumpter beast.
Don't think anything of it. I just help out when I can because everyone else takes such good care of me. Anyway, sorry to get off topic. We're in a bit of a hurry. Mr. Jute, did you say you didn't reserve enough food?
I was joking. Anyone who runs a business knows to keep some extra stock. After all, orders get changed all the time. Oh, that reminds me. It seems that these friends of yours aren't from here. Have they ever tried any delicious tachin?
No?
Ooh, what a fantastic idea! Mr. Jute, did you bake a batch recently? Tachin is a mixture of rice and meat that's baked into a cake-like shape. Mr. Jute adds special spices into his.
Did rice and meat baked together?
Its aroma is just so wonderfully delicious. If you ever see kids crowding all around Mr. Jute's place, you know he's baking up a storm.
But is it really just for the kids? Don't you often follow them in too?
I just can't help myself.
We're 2 peas in a pod! Who doesn't enjoy some good food?
Wait here. I'll bring some over.
Speaking of food, I realized I haven't had dinner in a long time. Oh, that sounds good. I haven't
Whoa,
had anything
what
like
a
that.
dish! It's sweet and sour and full of deliciousness! Paimon can't eat it fast enough!
Typical pan.
No matter how many times I eat it, it's still so delicious.
I wouldn't have offered it as a treat if I wasn't confident in the taste. I baked a lot just now, and it's all packaged and ready for you to take back to the theater.
You made so much. Is it really okay to take them all?
It was nothing. Making 1 serving or 100 servings is all the same to me. If anything, I should be thanking you for helping me clear my inventory.
We should pay you at least.
Don't worry about it. What kind of person would I be if I made you pay for a treat?
That's a big amount for a treat.
Make sure you got everything.
It is true. Wherever
Feel free
Neela
to come
goes,
back anytime.
she gets food and stuff for free. That's because
I'm
Neela's really
starting
nice.
to understand how you got so many things.
Yeah. Everyone has their own way with words, and it's really hard to say no.
The music is nice.
Nilu, good timing. I have the textiles you ordered. If you took any longer, the sumpter beasts might have gobbled them up.
You and your jokes. Sumpter beasts won't eat those kinds of things, Mr. Offsheen.
Jude said that some sumpter beasts ate his spices. Were they yours?
Oh, yeah, really sorry about that. Nilu, if it weren't for you, I would have lost half of my profits that month.
Trying to pull anything out of a sumpter beast's mouth is like playing a game of tug-of-war.
So they really do eat anything, huh?
At least they work out to eating. The one thing that Paimon has in common with Sumpter Beast.
What's that supposed to mean?
Come now. You know, sumpter beasts sometimes eat not because they're hungry, but because they like gnawing on things.
That makes sense.
The textiles you ordered are highly durable and woven from the finest thread. So even if a sumpter beast got snacky, it'd still have to chomp on it for a full day.
You've tested this before?
Oh no.
But of course!
Oh,
How
no.
else could I be so trustworthy? Well, that one time was an accident.
That actually makes
I
sense.
wouldn't dare experiment with such a precious product.
True. It does sound like some good fabric.
Yeah, I mean, you wouldn't want it to be torn down. But hey, testing things. Imagine you just bring out batches and batches of fabric, and people be like, "Hey, which one is more durable? Can you tell us?" And you just like be like, "Hey, yeah, give me a minute," and you just put the fabric in some piece mouth, like, chew this, you beastie. And then they just chew it and like, oh, this one is more durable. Go for this one. And then there's just a big stain of drool. Imagine it's all wet and sticky now. It's just drooling. And the person be like, yeah, maybe I should have not asked and should have just taken him for his word. My bad.
Ho ho! Have I piqued your interest? If you want to buy some, now's a good time. Buy 2 bolts and get 20% off.
Ooh, that's a pretty good discount. What do you think, Traveler?
No thanks, Mr. Offsheen. You can't use that kind of tactic on her. Look, you've already sucked her in.
Tactic? So you mean everything he just said to Paimon was a lie?
I wouldn't go that far. It's just that Mr. Offsheen is really good at spinning stories. A word from him, and you'll find yourself buying things you don't actually need.
That actually makes sense. I mean, we don't need fabric.
Mr. Zubair gave me a huge lecture the last time I bought too many things.
Oh my god. Shouldn't use manipulative text. I mean, that's their marketing strategy.
Come on, don't look at me like that. All she got was a talking to from Zubair, while I was nearly fed head first to the sumpter beasts. My philosophy is that stories give value to merchandise. That's why my business started with such a boom. Our Nilu here is an extraordinarily good listener. Back then, she believed anything I said.
That's kind of mean.
After a while, I began to feel guilty selling things to her because of how happy she looked. Though she enjoyed the stories and I the Mora, I knew she didn't need to buy that much. Anyway, since then, I've come to realize 2 things. 1, that stories should just be a means instead of an end. And 2, that there's more to business than just selling goods.
It's okay. We're all friends now. There's no need to dig up the past.
That reminds me. Some of the goods from my latest shipment aren't in the best condition. They're fine for general use, but my customers have high standards, and I don't have the time or resources to find new buyers right now. Nilu, why don't you take them?
Is he just everyone's...
No, I can't do that.
Just think of it as a favor for me, all right? The theater can use them for props and whatnot. It costs me Mora to store or ship, so I'm just losing money every day continuing to hold on to them.
Okay.
Even so, let me buy them at market
That'll be
value.
bad. Indeed.
Nah, these goods are hard movers. Besides, if I let you pay, wouldn't it mean that I'm just using stories to sell my goods
That
again?
actually is so fair. That is so weird. Like, you can't accept nor deny.
Just take
What?
them. If you really feel that bad about it, give me some theater tickets later. Oh, yeah, you should also take some while you're at it. Adventurers are always in need of materials, right?
I mean, we've been staying with the same cloth for the, like, ever since we landed on this planet. We've been wearing the same clothes. And Paimon hasn't changed either. I'm also not sure if any of us taking any baths because we don't change clothes, so... maybe a few fabrics would be a good way for to convince travelers to take a shower or something.
Wow, even we get a share of this?
Hurry and take it. Just looking at it all is giving me a headache. Thanks for the huge favor.
That is unexpected.
There's still one more store. Are you alright holding on to that much stuff?
Okay, toy seller.
Paimon, why don't you lend a hand? She must be tired.
If Paimon were to refuse,
And I will bonk
would you
you.
then think less of Paimon than even a sumpter beast?
Kind of. At least Sandra, please help carry stuff. Primer, you're doing nothing. You're just
About
floating,
time, Nilu.
floating.
Farhad here was snooping around your props.
Please, I was only looking at them to get a better idea of what your new show may be about.
Wouldn't spoiling yourself just ruin all the fun?
Yeah, please wait for our official performance.
These two look familiar. I think I've seen them before. Weren't they at the Sub-Zerus festival?
Yeah.
I mean,
and
everyone
coming
was at
to today's
Sub-Zero's
celebration
festival.
too.
What are you talking about?
Oh, the more folks the merrier. I was actually just talking to Farhad about also stopping by tonight.
Oh yes, please do. I'm sure Miss Raykar and Miss Nadja would also love to have a chat with the two of you.
We even prepared a small gift. Let me show it to you. Ta-da! It's a flower wreath. I really think we should wear some of these to give the event a more celebratory feel.
Wow, it's beautiful. Did you make it?
They don't even show it. Oh, now you see. Oh my god.
Farhad did most of the work. What a surprise, huh? He actually knows a lot about crafts.
That is pretty surprising.
Hey, why can't I have a little side hobby? I worked really hard on that.
I know. I watched you make it. I wasn't making fun of you. All right. Why don't you also try some on? We've got some wreaths in your size.
Oh, even Travel gets to wear it. I want to keep it on Traveler. Travel looks amazing. Travel, don't take it off.
It's perfectly.
Don't take it off.
They're so pretty. Is there one that Paimon can wear?
Unfortunately, we already gave out all the child-sized ones. I wasn't expecting the theater to invite such a fascinating guest.
Fascinating. Huh. That sounds kind of weird, but Paimon will let it slide.
Oh, you all sure got a lot of stuff there. Let me help you carry some. I'm a porter by trade, so this is what I'm best at.
That'd be great. Please and thank you.
Aren't you going to help out, Paimon? Oh my god.
But we have a pro now.
Thanks for the help, Mr. Farhad. But let me make one thing clear first. Don't try to ask about what's in the new show. Otherwise, I may not be able to hold back Mr. Zubair this time.
Oh no.
You're so obvious that even Nilu saw right through you.
Shut it.
Shut
Fine.
it.
It's not like I want to get on his bad side either. Including
That's
Hushan's
so
things, though.
silly.
We'll each need to carry a box if we want to move everything in one trip. Even my strength has its limits.
How
Paimon
many
looks
have
like she
to
doesn't
wear?
want to, so I'll carry a little extra. Although I may not appear super strong at first glance, I actually do a lot of strength training on the regular.
I mean, we also are pretty strong. I think we can also do that. But Paimon, I think you should start lifting up a little
Strength
bit as
and
well.
balance are both really important for a dancer.
Mhm.
No, let Paimon. Paimon will help carry things. The Traveler's right. Paimon shouldn't freeload.
Thank you, Paimon. Oh my god. Now,
Paimon can't fly anymore.
Are you okay, Paimon?
Paimon's good to keep going. But Paimon now understands when people say there's no such thing as a free lunch.
oh, poor Paimon is dying. Oh no.
Oh, that sure was a lot of stuff. Oh, looking forward to the event later.
Thank you, Mr. Farhad.
Thank you, Sumpter Man.
Oh my god, Paimon's just fainting.
Paimon's definitely going to eat it all back later.
All right, I'll leave you all to it.
Mm-hmm. Bye-bye.
See ya. Good thing we had Mr. Farhad with us, or else that would have taken way longer.
Is everyone always this friendly?
Of course. Because everyone's working here together. We're all like neighbors. So we're always helping each other out. It's easy to forget that everyone's running a business.
The music is so good though.
With this many freebies being thrown at you, you probably don't need to work.
I felt so guilty at first. like I always owed someone something. I was always thinking of ways to repay others. Later on, I realized that it's actually like what Mr. Offsheen said. By taking the freebies, I was helping everyone out and saving them money. When you order the wrong item, or make too much of something, sometimes the best way to maximize the value of those goods is to give them away.
Is that how it works?
That's why there's no need to stress over the freebies. All of us repay others by helping them when they need it.
Oh, that actually makes a lot of sense.
This has become our norm, and no one keeps track of the back and forth anymore.
The music is so good. I've probably said it so many times already, but still.
So really, don't worry about it. Alright, I have to bring all this to Mr. Zubair and do a little bit of prep. Feel free to hang out here for a bit. It'd be nice if you could also get to know some other people at the theater.
You sure we don't need any help?
Mr. Zubair's really on top of everything. You two are our guests. So please, just relax and look forward to the celebration.
I want another Nilu dance.
Wow.
You that is well.
The atmosphere here is so nice.
Talk to members of
Let's
the
take a break
theater.
and immerse ourselves in this warmth.
Hello.
Hey there. I saw you two helping Nilu move some stuff.
It would be kind of weird if Nilu is the only one who dresses so well in the theater and everyone else wears simple clothes like this lady.
Are you two also here for the celebration event?
You got it.
My name is Raykar. Nadia and I are this theater's prop engineers. I
Oh.
also help out with some other tasks like housekeeping. The little ones causing a ruckus are my children, Soreen and Abi. I hope they aren't bothering you. They always get really excited every time we hold a celebration event.
They're adorable.
Yes, they are. Everyone here takes great care of them. There's good work here, the pay's always on time, and Nilu and the others will often volunteer to play with the kids. I'm quite content with this current way of life.
Do you mean your life wasn't nearly as good before?
Oh my god. I'm on.
It's all right. It's all water under the bridge now. My husband and I were both adventurers, but he passed away from an accident. Material struggles can always be overcome, but ever since then, I haven't been able to spend much of my energy on anything else. But I still consider myself lucky. Mr. Zubair has helped me a lot, and the atmosphere here is tolerant and kind.
Sorry for bringing
I
up
give
such sad
me like
memories.
I give me like casual dress. Casual dress. Like she's wearing, how to say, one long fabric just tied around her, whereas Nilu is wearing 7 different pieces and amazing horns on the head and things like those, bracelets, necklaces, gemstones and such.
No, it's all right. I don't mind.
Whereas this lady is as plain as possible.
Once the event starts, you'll be able to see for yourself the kind of atmosphere I was talking.
This is one. It's all the guys wearing almost close to like most simplest things.
Hey there.
Doesn't look too bright.
Hey! Talk about judging a book by its cover!
You, on the other hand, you're a special one. How would you describe the concept of art?
Art?
Mere curiosity is all. It makes no difference whether you answer or not.
Is it a manifestation of human sentiments? I mean, we could learn about art from Albedo.
So that's what you think. Unremarkable. Better than an average person's thoughts, but nothing exceptional. Is art a product that we create and bring forth? Or is it a naturally existing resource?
Oh my
I,
god.
for one, believe it to be the latter.
Paimon doesn't follow.
I've been staying here for a long time. On occasion, I'd assist them in penning lines of dialogue, but most of my time I just stand back and watch. I prefer to abstain from writing as it spoils the viewing experience. The existence of the theater, of Nilu, and of humanity itself. All of these can be considered as forms of art. It is not some intangible construct beyond the horizon.
See, that's what I mean by casual something normal. The shirts and he was all dressed up.
How
Exactly.
does that have anything to do with us?
So it would kind of be, it would show that how the game is being a bit, biased towards the playable characters. That they're wearing You can just go somewhere and see like, oh, this person is dressed differently from everyone around them. That means that they're gonna be a playable character. It kind of gives them a feeling they're not actually someone who's living there, but more like someone who's standing out of the crowd, you know? If you're trying to show that, hey, uh, Hamisato Ayato and Ayaka and Ayaka, Toma, and Raiden Shogun, etc. They're all living in Inazuma. They maybe not Raiden Shogun because she's the Archon, but they all are living in Inazuma and they're the normal people, but then they're not dressing like normal people. So how come are they, citizens of the place? They're more like the weirdos, according to the books. Someone who's like you run your eyes through the crowd and they will be the ones standing out the most. So playable characters are way too off. Not saying that they should not be like clothed well. I'm just saying maybe you can make other characters also like AIs, NPCs, a bit more better dressed.
Let me ask you this. What do you think is the meaning of art?
To serve as an answer to your questions.
I suppose that question was a little too difficult for you. To chance upon a spark
Oh my
of
god,
inspiration.
stop! This guy's getting on my nerves now. He's just boasting. I don't want to listen to you, sir. This person, on the other hand, she's making fabrics. And she'll be someone interesting to talk to.
Hello.
Hello.
What?
Oh, she's an elf.
Who are you? You can't just go on the stage as you please.
We're here with you.
Ah, I see. Sorry for my overreaction. I'm just, making a prop. No time for chit-chat.
Is that embroidery?
No. Well, yes, but not really. It's a prop. It's just, some fabric. An ordinary piece of fabric that'll be used in a show. Sorry. I really do need to focus and start working on it.
Sorry to bother you.
What an oddball. Is prop making something to be that jumpy about? Oh well, it's none of our business. Look! Milu's back! Let's meet up with her! The event's probably about to start.
Milu! Give us something good to talk about, Milu, because people are being kind of weird though. They're being mean as well. I have my Kazuha. I recognize Kazuha. Milu! 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 Talk to me. Talk to me.
Sorry for the wait. Preparations for the celebration are finally done.
Yeah, but if you have too many people that are too similarly dressed, it can become very hard for some people, especially some that don't have as much as others. All I'm saying is, it's just about how realistic you want your game to be. Like, those kind of games where you can customize your characters as anything, and then it becomes like it also came as like a meme from the game movie Free Guy, that the people normally dress as cops, and you with your customizable skin just dress up as a rabbit, wearing a bunny suit, and going on a kill thingy. It makes you feel like the standout, kind of breaks it, like the feeling. So all I'm saying is just not, like I said, don't change the 5-star characters or 4-star characters their outfit. Let them be special, because hey, 5-star better than 4-star, their clothes are even more special. That's okay. And then playable characters should be better than NPCs. That's also okay. But let's not make NPCs look too dumb. Like, you just don't even draw much, you just give them one piece of cloth, like just literally straight one piece of like let me try to explain it much more. Like right now I'm watching Nilu, right? She's in front of me. Nilu has so many different pieces in her clothes that they all move differently with the wind. They have this wind effect that the pieces of clothes are supposed to keep waving back and forth, right? And when I look at those pieces, I can tell whosoever drawn Nilu, he made those different layers, or how we can say now, different pieces, is that the piece can move independently and not connected to the another piece. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and then there's even tinier pieces on the bottom that goes even more. So that's how many pieces Neil has been given. But then when it comes to NPCs, they're barely given one piece. Just one straight piece. Yeah, but if you have too many, it's look, so if it's like, don't make it like too much, but not make them way poor. I like poor, but like it seems like it feels like there's like difference like in peasants and king kind of thing. Like Neela right now is like literally not just a simple dress. Her simple fabric also has so much design and shine to it and things. And then there was this lady we came across who was wearing just a simple brown and one piece. Of course, they draw where the pieces were supposed to be. Like instead of giving them different top shirts and like let's say shirts and pants, you just give them one cloth piece and just draw the line of where it should be cut in for as a pants. It's kind of hard to explain because I'm not good with words, but it's just a too huge of a difference. Instead of gradual difference, yeah, that's what I'm trying to say. Instead of gradual difference, they made it too bizarre. Like our traveler, it stands out all the time because the traveler is supposed to look that yes, it's someone from outside the world, and her dressing clothes style doesn't match any of the places, right? They're like, oh look, our mom said people dress like this, Irizuman people dress like this, and Libya people dress like this. So traveler doesn't dress like any of those, and that's why she's from somewhere else. She's from another world. But every 5-star looks like someone from the other world. That's the point. It looks like even Nilo is actually an Archon, whereas she's a simple theater girl. Yeah, that's what I'm trying to say. Yeah, but I feel like that's all happening for purpose though, that we're about to find out something that's going to guide us pretty good. Well, I hope so then. I hope that then there is a big explanation to all this. If it's just how people are drawing, then it's kind of
I'll
bad.
call everyone over, and then we can start.
Let us give you a hand.
Oh, perfect.
Thank you.
You're gonna go call people to come over? Oh no, we're just gonna have a cutscene. Oh, good
Maybe
job.
we really should have prepared a gift. Then we could also be a part of the exchange. As it is, all we can do is wait and watch.
Maybe we shouldn't do this after all. I didn't do that
Oh
good of a
my
job.
god, that scared me.
And who would even like it?
You guys have a ruined stories quest, so I'm sure we're about to find something about Neil. Oh, she has something?
Oh, Don't think like that. Remember our promise? We're going to give everyone a pleasant surprise. And besides, you've never attended a celebration event before, so this will be a great opportunity. Everyone will love you.
I'm still not really sure about this.
There's nothing to be worried about. Just take a step forward and give yourself a chance. There aren't any scary
At
people
least this
here,
lady
right?
is dressed better. There are these good people here.
Right.
She's dressed much better.
Alright. Maybe this will help. Everyone, over here! Inaya has something great to tell you all!
That is kind of bad way to bring someone out who's socially awkward.
Wait!
You just don't want to bring everyone's attention to someone who's socially awkward.
I've already said that I'm not ready yet. What should I say?
Take it easy and relax. Deep breath. In and out.
Neil, I'm so sorry.
Once you've taken a long exhale, calmly tell everyone what you want to say.
I think this is actually a horrible way. If someone's not even ready, you just can't put them into the light. And then that person can have a panic attack. But Neil has her own story quest. That's what we're doing right now. Else we're doing Neil's story quest.
If you don't say anything, then all the hard work we put into embroidery practice would have gone to waste.
Using it as a gift, though? It really isn't that good.
So when Inaya was talking about making a prop, she was actually preparing a present.
She's not very good at expressing herself.
It feels like she still doesn't really see herself as part of this community. But it looks like Milu's trying to ease her through.
That's not easing her through. Oh god.
Actually, Inaya had prepared a special present for everyone before the celebration kicked off.
Woohoo! We're gonna get our first present from Miss Inaya!
Pipe down! The louder you all are, the more nervous she'll become.
Oh my god.
You've worked on it for so long, so have some confidence. Don't be afraid.
At least Zubair is better. I do love the music right now. It's pretty.
You've got this!
True.
Is Mr. Zubair here? Sheikh Zubair, this is an urgent notice from the Academia. This celebration, or whatever it is, must stop at once.
Are you kidding me? What's with academia wanting to stop the celebrations every single time?
What a condescending guy. What's his deal?
Oh my god.
Since Zubair Theater has long violated the Academia's policies and orders, we have decided to demolish it. As its manager, you must halt all operations and dismiss all staff members within 30 days, after which you will report to the Academia for further punishment.
Oh my god. What?
Why? Why force us to do this all of a sudden?
Little girl, this is not the first time you've been issued a warning.
I didn't hear anything about demolition the last time I asked, and now I suddenly only have 30 days? We have more shows planned, but it's impossible to do anything in just 30 days. How am I supposed to explain this to my customers and staff?
That issue is of no concern to me, Mr. Zubair. You seem to understand the situation quite clearly. Perhaps you can reflect on the reasons why you have failed to prepare for the scenario in advance.
Demolition? Why do they want to demolish this place?
The Academia has never liked us, and they've never respected our work. To them, what we do is all a waste of time. This isn't the first time they've come by. They had asked us several times in the past to improve the quality of our performances by only putting on shows they consider to be sufficiently intellectual. But our audience isn't the Academia. It's the people of the Grand Bazaar. If our shows are too difficult to understand or too removed from everyday life, nobody would watch them anymore. Changing our content would not only mean turning our backs on our vision, it would also directly lead to the loss of our livelihoods.
If the theater actually gets demolished, maybe people will come to support.
Yeah. The theater is very important to
I was
each
afraid
and every
of this.
one of
Oh,
us.
no. Yeah, but that's
The way
speak
they're
it
doing things
academia.
is so scummy.
But I also don't know how we can stop them.
I mean, we can just beat them up.
I do not wish to explain everything again from the beginning, Time is of the essence, so you should act with haste instead of asking frivolous questions.
But none of us plan to accept this. Such an abrupt notice is contrary to established policy.
Ask whoever you will, the answer will remain the same. We have already given you sufficient notice.
Enough! Does your audacity know no limits, Father?
Oh my god!
Huh? Father? Their family?
What academia? This is all because you don't like Zubair Theater. You're just using the Academia's name to threaten us. Let me tell you, even if you manage to tear down this place, nothing is going to change. You've always been awful. But even I never thought my father would sink this low.
This is strictly business. It has nothing to do with where you are, what you do, or what you think. I hope you all have not been irrevocably blinded by folly. I will not waste more time on pointless arguments. Wrap everything up, and make preparations to shut down at once.
Well, not only did she start screaming, but this is it's kind of awkward. Oh god, how do I explain this? I don't want to point this. You know what? It's a game. Let's let it slip. We don't have to say things and speak our mind all the time. But on the other hand, oh, here we go again. But on the other hand, the whole point of it's me streaming. I get to say my thoughts, right? Here we go. No judges. It's my thoughts. It's my opinion. Does it have to meet with others? It's me. And that was socially awkward. She was having a hard time getting along with the community, and she was trying to blend in as much as possible. But then her father came in to relay the academia's notice and such, and even Nilo said that yes, it is the academia who's been having issues. Even the Sub-Zero's festival, we got to know that yes, academia, the one who believed that knowledge is everything, they find weird stuff like arts and things waste of time. So not only just Inaya just stood up and started shouting, revealing her relation with the guy, she I don't know what she was trying to achieve here. Did she really think that screaming at her father would prevent this and academia would not just send someone else? But it's like now that she's showed that she's with kind of related to the academia, it's a possibility that she might as well get more hatred from the people. Not all people, not saying that she deserves to be hated just because her family is a part of academia people. I'm just saying that there are a lot of different types of people, and there's always, those mean people in a group who always be like, oh my god, your father is in the academia, you're also responsible, then you need to pay us, kind of people. And she just kind of brought their attention to her. I would say that she should have not done that. She could have talked to him in private, considering he's her father. She can meet her, they could just go into a house and talk there or somewhere else, and then see if it can be sorted out, instead of just, I'm just trying to see my mind. Academia is showing themselves to be major jerks, at least for them, from what I can tell in the city. They are. Academia is corrupted, they're horrible, they want Lesser Lord Kusanali gone, and Balladeer as a new god.
Why is he always like that?
Who did her voice?
This is quite the misfortune, but there's nothing we can do.
So she's not an elf. Wait, why do they think she's an elf? There are no elves in this game. Why do they keep thinking she's an elf? Maybe it's the way her facial features? I mean, they use those for elf characters in games. Oh wait, her ear is only covered by hair. Oh, she's not an elf. Oh, my bad.
That's it for today, everyone. Let's clean up.
Oh wait, you don't have to clean up, do you? I mean, they already gave you 30 days to pack up, so let the celebration go on. Why is academia always doing the same thing? Not like me, because I'm a very strong-spirited person, so like I don't like seeing people getting taken advantage of people. The fact that she's actually speaking out there, I think shows leadership and fortitude. Uh, it actually does. Like I said, it's not like a bad thing to take a stand because, again, it's just that if she was trying to blend into the community, because look, now this is what's gonna happen. The, the people who are gonna lose their job, the entire theater group, they're gonna start revolting, right? And in the big part of a revolt is placing blames. I'm just trying to uh, give my opinion again, Alex. I'm not saying someone is wrong or someone is right. I'm just trying to give my opinion. My opinions don't have to match with anyone. I'm just saying. So when it comes to the revolting part, the blaming is a big piece of that phase, right? And at that time, you start blaming everyone. You start blaming your manager, so that means Zubair would be blamed. That how could he not fight for us? Academia would be blamed. Then why are the academia doing that? The person who came to just bring the message of the academia, like they say, never kill the messenger. Messenger is just doing his job. But in this case, messenger is also always blamed. Most of the time, kings just kill the messenger because although it pretty much makes sense that hey, messenger is just doing his job. Poor guy, he's just forced to read the letter to you. You can't just kill him for that. But hey, they'll also be like, oh no, he's the bringer of bad news, kill him. So when this blaming phase starts, the longer the revolting things goes on, the worse it gets. People would start fighting against the Zubair manager, and they would also start to place blame on Inaya now. They'll be like, oh my god, you are a part of them, why can't you do anything about it? Or maybe you, then she's like, I just tried talking. No, that doesn't do anything, you could have done more, you can go fight, and such. They'll start blaming. And then they were like, maybe you were not really a part of the community after all, you were just here to be their spy. That is the part of the blamers. There are always people who seek peace in blaming. When there's different type of people. People who try to focus and use all the energy on finding solutions. And then there are people who know they can't do any good, so they still want to do something. So they be like, oh, you know what? I'm gonna use all my energy on blaming people. Let's start with the list. Let's see. Okay, this person. Let's start blaming. This person. Let's start blaming. Next on list, Inaya. Inaya, come here. I wanna blame you. That kind of thing happens. And again, it's not a reason that you don't have to stand up. Like I said, she could have done it in a more bigger reason. Again, screaming at the messenger has no point. So she just screamed at her father for that. That also made no point. If she wanted to discuss it and use him as someone who can talk to the academia as well, she should talk to him in private. Because again, the guy would also not would if it's a professional person from academia, he too would not be like, go out and show his connections to people. Because then, what would happen? Let me tell you. So let's see. Let's say this. If her father were to be like, oh yeah, you know what, Naya, you're right. Maybe I will not do this. Sub-Zero Theater, you can stay here. I'm gonna go back and talk to the academia. So what would happen is every single time academia tries to enforce something or bring out new laws and rules, and the father would be sent again, everyone would be just like, hey, let's bring in Anaya. She's the one who talks to him. Yeah, bring Anaya, bring Anaya. That kind of thing would start. So, in a way, if a person is smart, although he wants to, and maybe it could be that her father is trying to go and talk back to the academia, a smart person would not be like, oh yeah, let me show everyone that you are my weakling. And if they bring you, they can always get an upper hand over academia. You know? So Anderson, you're right. There definitely are those people in the group chat. Will Chad will say that she's partially responsible, if she's enough of a leader, she can rally enough of them together as people who matter. Uh, but again, that would have been nice, but seeing the starting as it started with the whole thing, that she is socially awkward and she's struggling, becoming a part of the community. That's where I started with. It like Zubair here has been always the leader type, and everyone in the bazaar also know him for beating people if they be bad and mean. So Sub-Zero standing up, it's a good thing. If they were to blame him, he can stand back. Inaya is already struggling to become a part of this community. She brought presents, but she was too shy and uncomfortable and socially awkward to reveal it. So in that matter, she will can go down. Because it is sort of can relate because I'm too and very socially awkward as you will know. That actually makes sense. I too sometimes when I'm out in the public, I try to not speak too much. It's kind of different. And now I'm on stream, I speak way too much. It's hard for me to stop. But yeah, it just kind of shows that I'm someone who prefers having my opinion out there, but most of the time I'd be like, you know what, it's not worth the energy. I don't know why am I like this, but most of the time I'm just like, yeah, no, it's not worth it. Sometimes I just be like, okay, these people, they're not gonna listen anyway. I'm not gonna spend my time on this. I'm just gonna go away. I'm gonna work, you know?
I'll go talk to them again tomorrow. The storms that come out of the blue are always the hardest to deal with.
Yeah, Zubair is someone we can trust. And now, poor Naya is gonna be targeted.
Sorry. I invited you thinking this was going to be a happy occasion. I didn't know that things would turn out like this.
No problem, it's not your
There's
fault.
no need to apologize, Nilu. No one could have seen this coming. Paimon just wishes she could have at least gotten to the food.
Oh my
Is
god.
what that guy said true? The Academia has already given you many warnings?
Yeah, I guess you could say that. They've always seen us as being meaningless. Knowledge is king in Sumeria, and their pursuit of it leaves no room for the arts. But if that's all it is, there's also no reason to go so far as to demolish the theater.
Is it really something that has to do with
After
Inaya?
Inaya ran away from home, I brought her here to Zubair Theater. She rarely talks about her family. All I know is that she didn't get along with them. I never expected it to blow up like this.
If you did nothing wrong, then there's no reason to listen to the Academia, right? Who cares? Let's just take him in a fight.
His own salt airline problem. I don't know. I'm okay. I'm ready to raise my sword. Let's go.
That's true.
Aw.
I'll try to think of something. We can't just let everyone suffer in a perpetual state of fear and uncertainty. What to do? What to do?
Can you pretend to shut down, but secretly continue to hold your shows somewhere else? Or we could go through a list of customers and try to see if anyone in there might be willing to help out. That also doesn't sound like it'll work.
I think a scholar once told me that differences can sail through a debate.
A debate? Huh. Well, scholars do love to use them to solve their problems, but how would that work in this case?
Just need to prove the theater existence has value.
Oh, if we can prove to Inaya's father that the Academia's position doesn't hold water, then they won't have a reason to demolish the theater!
You don't have to prove to Inaya's father. Why is everyone included? See, that's the whole point. Why are you including Inaya and her father into this? It's the Academia versus your theater. You have to prove it to Academia, not you, not her, not her father. My god.
I see. Defeating him in a debate
would do nothing. If it's the Academia who's issuing you the warnings, how would telling a messenger, oh no, don't attack our kingdom, we are so poor, we'll die kind of thing. It's not like he can go to this to king and tell him, hey king, let's stop and stuff. It's so pointless. Okay, maybe changing one. No, no, no. There's nothing I can say to make. Bring the sages into debate. That would be more sensible. Debate with the sages who are issuing the rules. Why don't you talk to them instead?
It's a good idea, but which one of us could hope to win against a researcher?
Not the researchers, the sages. The sages. Uh-oh.
Huh? Me? No. I'm the literal worst at arguments.
I mean, she's someone who gives in, but she's also someone who can be nice. Let's see which side of her wins this time.
I can't debate.
Debates aren't arguments. You debate to prove that you are right.
Nilu, you are only so stressed out right now because you care so much about protecting the theater.
This theater holds a special meaning in all of our hearts. It's irreplaceable.
It's where you did the dance. So what is this? Is actually doing this is called creating a distraction. So that's why we're trying to bring them into this. That way we can actually secretly fight academia while this debate is going on, you see. It's part of the grand strategy. Oh? But then why not just call the sages? We can fight them there.
But I just don't know. Can I really take on such a huge responsibility?
I'll do my best to help you.
Paimon'll help too. You'll feel a lot more confident after doing some prep work. Believe in yourself.
Yeah, close your arguments. Bring everything prepared.
Thanks, you
Remember your points.
Alright. I've decided. Even though I may fail, I'll do my very best for everyone's sake.
Let's go. Because the sages are on the side of the academia. Sages are, I thought, the top of the academia. Just have to beat those.
That's our Nilu. We're rooting for you.
Okay. Let's head back and tell everyone what we came up with.
All this kind of silly, not gonna lie. Not like actually like a bad way silly, it's kind of like a funny type of silly. How, while we're waiting for the updates for the story quest being that the Sumeru hates us, we're running away from Sumeru, Baladir is becoming the god, everything is in danger, their god is in danger, world is gonna be destroyed, we just wait. And then the story quest comes out, and we're like, hey, let's go and have some celebration in the Grand Bazaar. Let's have some debate.
Time to go.
It becomes like, what? What am I supposed to do? Talk to people? Oh, it says to just talk to one
Trying
person.
to best the academia in a debate is attempting the impossible.
Hey, come on, let us just attempt it at least. I'm like, oh no, it's impossible and we can't do it.
If you really want to try, I won't stop you.
Mhm.
It's not like our situation can get any worse.
Okay.
I don't think it's entirely hopeless. To Sharif, Nilu's approach will come off as naive, but that kind of frankness is exactly what they lack the most.
Okay.
Things might turn out differently from what you expect.
I love it when the stories seem to take another route, and then all of a sudden you find out you cannot. It's either you can somewhere else. It's like, what in the world just happened? I don't know. I realized later on that I should probably do the story quest when our conquest is not out there yet. Or our conquest is already out there. Let's then not unlock the story quest, because then they start to actually block each other. You know? Like it happened before. We were doing the amazing Karkata story of the Krabby and we were so emotional. But then we had to go talk to Catherine. And unfortunately, because of our conquest was out there, Catherine was actually, what's her name? Nahida. Yeah, Nahida was there. So it kind of broke the boat, because one part you were like, worried and scared, and it chased you. Nahida's story chased you out of Sumeru, whereas the Karkata story made you come back to Sumeru. So it kind of broke the whole scare and chilly thingy. Like, oh my god, I'm so scared, I have to run away from Sumeru. Oh, never mind, I have to go back to Catherine anyway. That kind of thing.
I am in favor of such a romantic feat. No playwright will turn down a compelling underdog story.
Sure, in fiction, but I'm not sure how well that will translate to reality. I'm not saying that I don't support you, Nilu. If you need my help, just say the word. Anything is better than just standing aside and watching the theater get demolished.
I'm also pitching in. Let's show the academia that we have some fight in us.
Thank you, everyone. I feel a lot less nervous with your support.
Not to rain on your parade, but my father is a real hard guy to deal with. He's erudite, meticulous, demanding, and exceedingly familiar with rigorous logic. It'll be extremely difficult to beat him in a debate. You all already knew that. But you just didn't want to hurt Nilu's feelings. When all's said and done, aren't you hurting her just the same?
That's enough, Inaya!
The awkward laugh.
Sorry, I've ruined the mood.
No, you're just putting up your mind. But again, you're kinda not doing it in the right way.
I just can't force myself to expect a positive outcome. Nilu shouldn't have to push herself for the sake of an impossible goal.
Yeah, it's way too early to give up.
You're right, Inaya. We're up against the academia. Everyone knows that they're very powerful. Being skeptical might actually be the more normal response.
At least one thing you know. Academia is all about knowledge, so they would not be using force as long as we are trying to battle them in knowledge. So, gather as much knowledge as you can. And also, you have all of Akasha terminals. Use it somehow.
But I still want to try. I'm reluctant to just let Zubair Theater go.
Yeah, we kind of did it out of order. It would have been in order if I would have finished the Hanari's quest before the update came out.
And it's not just me. I think everyone else here feels the same way. If we're unhappy, we should speak up and let our voices be heard. Say what's on your mind, and do what you think should be done.
I'm liking the music though.
If we fail
It
after
is
that,
a good music.
then at least we won't have any regrets. I mean, after all, the only thing we can control right now is our choice at this very moment.
I understand what you're trying to say. I also have my own intense feelings of anger and regret.
Then, could I trouble you to tell your father about our plan for a debate? You can still get in touch with your family, right?
Yes, I can.
Then, please help us pass on my request. I've never participated in a debate, and truth be told, I'm still not really confident in myself. But since we've decided on a debate, I'll do my best to prepare for it. I'll gather everyone's thoughts and let them be known to all during the debate. I, by myself, definitely don't have enough wisdom to beat your father. But what about—
Right.
I wonder if they allow them to bring pieces and slips with them, like paper. Oh wait, I mean, I saw this part in the trailer. In the trailer? What part?
That's right, Miss Nilu.
Oh my god, that kid.
Beat the bad guy. Justice will prevail.
Make him eat dirt.
Oh my god, the kids are more scared than the adults. What?
You too. We aren't getting into a fight, but thank you for your encouraging words. I'll do my best.
Well said back there, Nilu.
I felt that I might have said a bit too much.
Let's take it towards the kids.
No one is allowed to bully Miss Nilu.
Oh my god.
Watch out, Mr. Bad Guy. Pow! Bam!
That's what he was gonna say the debate. Pow and bam. Hey, we got no. They do not count. Oh god.
Anyway, we better start preparing now. Mr. Zubair,
We were
trying
trying
to put together a list of arguments that might be useful. Any ideas?
Mm-hmm.
It won't be difficult to explain our position. They're in the wrong, and they know it.
That's not how we debate. We can't just be like, hey, you're in the wrong, you know it. You have to, like, put out some facts and stuff. So how about you give us some facts how you think they're wrong? That's how we can begin.
I have meticulously managed this theater's affairs for
Okay.
years, and I have abided by every procedure and obtained every permit.
That's now a fact. Thank you for the fact.
I did all of that to protect ourselves if something like this were to occur. I didn't expect them to disregard the rules altogether.
Okay, that is a good point. Yeah, write that down. Write that down. It has something to do with Inaya. No, it has nothing to do with Inaya. I mean, even if it does, then let's not bring this in. Let's not bring her into this.
Yes, I know. But anyone who's staying at the theater is one of us.
Oh, that is nice. This is a good guy. He's not like a blamey guy. It's going to get really interesting. I'm hoping for it as well.
If I can't even protect the members of the theater from outside pressure, then I have failed in my duty as a manager.
Oh my god, Zubair. You're the perfect manager. Every Karen needs to come with... Karen asks for, I want to talk to your manager. Bring out Zubair. Bring out Zubair. Zubair be your manager. We need this kind of manager in real life. My god. Why don't we have bosses like these? This is crazy.
In summary, you need sufficient confidence and strict adherence to the rules. At least for now, they don't have the authority to demolish the theater. As long as you double down on that point and force them to concede it, you'll gain an advantage.
He's so amazing.
Alright, got it.
I've seen many situations like this before. The academia sure likes to get its nose into everyone's business. While you prepare for the debate, I will also prepare the theater for the potential aftermath.
Oh my god,
It's
this
best to
guy.
prepare for the worst outcome.
He is so smart. Not only he knows how to fix things, he also knows where his duty lies, which is something that you get to see very often, you know? Managers be like, oh, I've given you a job, I'm paying you for the job. How you do it and how you struggle with it stuff is none of my business, you know? Like, they'd be like, oh, I'm giving you a job here. How do you travel from your house to this place at a weird hour? None of our business. It's your responsibility to do it on your own. If you can't do it, then leave the job. But this guy knows his duties, also knows how to prepare for the worst, which is also pretty awesome.
Once you're done chatting, do me a favor and tell our customers that we're canceling all of our shows.
Okay, maybe let's not go to that high. Let's just tell them not canceling your shows. Just tell them that there's a chance that there might be stopped or something. There's a chance that there would be a delay or possibilities that it would not work out. So if there's any advance money that you paid, we'll pay you back if it cancels. We'll let you know the real answer a week in advance, maybe 2 weeks in advance.
Do we really have to?
Right now, no one's in the right frame of mind to perform. I have to consider both our staff and our customers. This is the only way.
I think it's really gonna say someone if they need it to be able to do their job, which is exactly what you would want in a manager's role. This is the kind, you know, I feel like we should become Karens. Every time we go for a job, we want to be like, yeah, they're like, why should we hire you? Shush. Let me talk to your manager. I want to see if your manager is worth someone we should work for. If not, then fluff. We don't need this guy.
Nilu, you are incredible.
He's also encouraging his people. Good job.
With your talent and youth, you had the least to lose out of all of us. And yet you were still the first to take a stand.
I've never thought about leaving your theater, Mr. Zubair. I truly love this place, and I want to keep dancing here. I also want to keep dancing with everyone else.
You're becoming more and more like her.
Her?
Do your best. We'll do all that we can, and leave the rest to fate.
Hey, her who?
Her?
My teacher. She was an excellent dancer, but she's retired now. If we have time later, I'd be happy to tell you more about her.
Okay.
Paimon doesn't really want to talk to him.
Unfortunately, you will need to do that on planet Earth. You will need to do that on because often it's the manager that does the interviews. Oh, it's the manager that does the interview? Oh.
So, you've already developed some prejudices against me. And to think, I was just about to put forward a suggestion.
I hate this guy. Why did I even choose him?
Oh, Paimon will listen to that.
Although, I know not if you have a new answer to my previous question.
Oh god, here he goes again.
Now, what do you think is the meaning of art?
A slap in the face if someone makes it too much. Oh god. Art for me is the way to express and also take out burdening emotions. Okay.
This again?
We probably do need to tackle this question if we want to prove the value of the arts. I don't know how to explain it, but all I know is that when my performance makes the audience happy, I also become very happy. Does that count as a meaning?
You answered him so seriously. Careful, Nilu. This guy's ramblings never make any sense.
No, no. Nilu's answer far surpasses yours. And it is close to my own. The meaning of art comes not from its creators, but from its audience. In other words, only art that can be appreciated by others will impart its essence and value upon the minds of its audience.
Most of the time, yes, for jobs, at least on planet Earth anyway. Oh no.
This is something that the academia can never understand.
You seem to have many stories I've heard.
I once pursued the mastery of art, much like how a researcher would chase wisdom and knowledge.
Oh god.
However, the more of a connoisseur I became, the less I felt I understood. I began to question what it truly meant for art to be understood at all. I found that I could comprehend even the most complex and sophisticated of works. And yet somehow that provided me with little
I'm so
solace.
hungry. Yeah, I'm gonna start eating a little bit.
I remained even perplexed about this conundrum until I visited this theater
Now he's
and
stinky.
watched one of Nilu's performances.
Now he's making more sense as well.
It was that life-changing?
Everyone here had a joyous part in the overall experience. The actors upon the stage basked in the love of their audience, while those in the house immersed themselves in the wondrous ambiance. In all honesty, from a purely critical point of view, the performances here are exceedingly average.
Oh my, here he goes again.
Hey, don't say something like that.
Here, you're not making it nice. You're just making it mean. You want to be mean. Imagine he just goes and be like, yeah, this is a good place to work, but everyone here is just average people and dum-dums. Be like, oh yeah, this is close.
But what bewildered me was how, despite the performance's middling quality, they captivated their whole audience. They captivated even me. I realized then that I had walked the wrong road. The mastery of art was never what I truly wanted. I left the so-called frontiers of artistic research and came to this theater. For this is where I can finally find what I seek. Art will no longer be a castle in the sky. Whether it be inspiring or entertaining, art must be appreciated by others to confer value. If art cannot accomplish that, then it is meaningless.
When you put it that way, Mr. Zubair and I refused to follow the Academia's orders to change our shows for a similar reason. To put it simply, we were afraid that our shows would lose their meaning if people couldn't understand them.
That is what they said. So,
I once stood in the spotlight, but I relinquished fame and acclaim for the freedom I enjoy today. I care not for where my feet may take me next, but Nilu, you need to remember one thing. You already stand upon the finest stage there is, and that is a rare gift that should never be taken for granted. You cannot give it up, not even to the academia.
I understand. Thank you for your words of encouragement, Mr. Kasani.
he somehow proved out to be pretty good.
Dust the cobwebs away from the eyes of those scholars.
Oh my god. There he goes again.
He really seemed to care a lot about the theater.
Once you get to know him, you'll realize that he's actually a big softie at heart. He'll even help out with furniture repair and painting the stage.
I didn't expect you all to challenge the academia.
I mean, we're pretty brave.
That reminded me of my younger years. Back then, I feared nothing and no one, and I was always charging into the most dangerous of places.
Good to know.
I can't do things like that anymore, but those were some of the best times of my life.
Sorry. If the theater really ends up getting demolished, then you, Soreen, and Abi will all...
I mean, the time when you get to actually fight for what you think and how you feel, it's probably the best time. Every other time where you had to submit to the situations is always remembered as the horrible, time in your life where you feel like you failed. Not like failed, but more like you won't be satisfied recalling those times.
It's all right. There's no need to think such heavy thoughts. Even if the building gets demolished, its people will still all be here. Have faith in the resilience of an adventurer. We can always figure something out.
Okay, now I'm starting to feel like that this place will get demolished. I'm starting to have this feeling. Academia debate would actually turn out to be bad. We'll still have to leave, but the points that would be raised during the debate would be an eye-opener for the theater people, and they would realize that they don't need to have. Yes, I'm very much in agreement with the statement. Definitely. But yeah, I have a feeling that the debate would go wrong. Like 40% chance that it would actually go wrong, and the story would end where these people would still stay connected without the title on them that says Zubair Theater. They would still be working on their own free will. You can't stop someone from working on their free will, right? You can stop an organization, but you can't stop the people. And they would continue to work on their own. I have a feeling that would happen.
But won't you have regrets if things just come to an abrupt end? It'd be like when you were forced to stop adventuring.
So that's what you were worrying about. Relax. I've had a lot of experience with regret. Things are painful at first, but as they say, time heals all wounds. Look at us now. Serene and Abi are happy. And Serene has also just passed his theater exam. He can start acting soon. He was thrilled because he can soon perform on the same stage as you. We wouldn't be here if it weren't for our past struggles. And would Serene have become a happier person? That's hard to say.
Are you trying to make us feel better?
Yes, but I truly do mean what I say. Being here at the theater has taught me an important lesson. The most important thing about an experience is how you choose to interpret it. I can choose to believe that my life ended with my husband's death. Or I can choose to believe that it was a blessing in disguise for Serene and Abi.
Give me a minute. I'm gonna quickly go and put the plate away. I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. I'm glad I had the food because I was really starving. So I'm glad I decided to take a break and have some. Why is the fan not working? I couldn't turn it up. You can stop the institution, but you cannot stop someone free will. That's exactly what I was trying to say. Thank you so much for helping me there, Alex. But yeah, if they start to work on their own, they don't have to be a group. Might start sounding a bit low, but that's because I'm walking to the other side of the room to search out the fan. Remind me. I'm still here and it's making me go a bit faster. It's really cold. Not cold, it's really hot. I mean, right next to a PC. It's about the game I hear. kind of food I had. If I were to tell you, would you guys judge me? Because I feel like every single time I try to tell someone that I ate, they'd be like, what? I had milk-soaked roasted bread. It's something I really, really enjoy. It's a really good way of roasted bread. It's soft, it's soggy, it's also crunchy and roasted at the same time. It's like that crunchy cereal from There Is No Game. It's crunchy and melts in your mouth at the same time. You're an alien, of course, me and the dragons won't judge you. Aw, thank you. Hey, you've been enjoying the music. Oh, I just put in back the earphones. I didn't know the music was been playing full blast all this time. It's amazing. It's my favorite type of roasted bread. I taught Onyx how to make it once. He liked it. we were on call and he had his cam on, so he was showing me how he was preparing it, and I was telling him how to go with it. And it was kind of a issue on how to explain to him, but we still managed to do it. If there was a bit of milk spilled here and there, a little bit of the pan getting burned milk on it kind of a way, but in the end he still managed to make a food, and he said he liked it. I can choose to believe that my life ended with my husband's death, or I can choose to believe that I was a blessing in disguise for a sword. Yeah, that's actually true.
Similarly, even if this theater disappears, a new beginning might just be around the corner. Good and bad are all human-made concepts. It all depends on how we choose to see things.
You have a point.
Nilu, I know how important Zubair Theater is to you, but you don't have to be so nervous. We're all here with you. The theater won't go down so easily.
I think after the debate, they will realize that the theater is not the place. The theater is the people. I'm having chicken. That's the type of a cheese, right? I'm kind of bad with cheese and such, but wait, what is this? What am I looking at? Hold on. There's something sent to. Oh. It is, yes. Yeah, I'm doing well. I got to know the name from the... Yeah, I learned from the pizzeria I have.
Thank you, Miss Raykar.
No need to thank me. If anything, you inspired me with your bravery. You might have what it takes to become an excellent adventurer.
She has been the bad.
You're too kind. All right, I gotta cheer up. I can't waste everyone's words of encouragement. I feel a lot better.
Good. My children and I will be cheering you on at the debate. Consider this as no matter the outcome, there will be treasure at its end.
So first get some Tyson or produce hard chicken patty. put them and then cut them and put tomato sauce over top of that and then cover with
There are leaves around,
me some cheese and
and I
boom!
know just the
Got
tune to
excellent
accompany
tissue.
them, if you wish to
Ooh.
hear it.
Tomato sauce is so hard to come by though, I don't know why.
You're here. Is the theater actually closing?
He's been worried sick for a while now. He wouldn't stop talking the whole way back.
Hey, you two.
What exactly happened? Did someone come down from the academia?
Yes. He told us that we have to shut down the theater within 30 days, and that it's going to be demolished.
What the heck? That came with no warning.
They're messing with us again.
Don't tell me you'll have to listen to him.
Come on. You know the answer to that.
Yeah, it is a direct order from the academia.
There's no need to worry, though. I'm preparing for a public debate with the academia. If I win, we might be able to overturn things and change their minds.
Really? That's terrific. You have my full support, no doubt about that.
Mine too. So what was their excuse anyway? They still not a fan of the theater's programs?
Yeah, something like that.
Good thing they have the power to make rash decisions about things they don't even understand, huh?
Yeah, they need to touch more grass, not books.
Exactly. They want to look down on us? Ha! We'll look down on them first.
Don't worry. Everyone here has your back. The academia's recklessness won't get them any praise.
That makes sense. I think you would really enjoy something like that. I would. I love cheese. It's just hard to find on Green Planet.
Right. They might think that some forms of knowledge are more valuable than others, but everyone can equally appreciate art. If they don't believe that, send them my way. I got them beat on this subject.
Maybe you can prepare some questions on the details of dance performance to make things harder for them at the debate.
Sounds like a good idea. Maybe that's something I should do.
Ignore him. He's joking. Just do things your way.
I zoned out for a moment. Wait, did he just say dance?
No matter what, we will always support you.
Thank you all so much. Your understanding and support make me feel a lot better.
There are always more solutions than problems. If you need help during the debate, just shout and the entire Grand Bazaar will be at your beck and call.
Oh my god.
Gotta show them who has the people's support.
I feel like the pieces are starting to
I feel
fall
like I
into
can
place.
post a Felicity in your Discord and then maybe your
Let's
parents
head
or
back to the
something
theater and organize
help
our
you get the
thoughts.
supplies that you will need to make it.
Sounds good.
Like I said,
Leia should also be back
there's not many different type of cheese on Green Planet. We're limited to very less kind. There's mozzarella for sure, and then there's the cheese slices that you put on burgers. In the burgers, but hey, I like putting it on the burger, so don't mind me. I prefer having a cheese slice on top of the bun. When you roast it, it sticks to the bun. The first thing that you bite in, first thing that comes into my mouth is cheese. We're going to go back to the theater. We're going back and forth. I need a cutscene. I need a good cutscene for the theater. Oh, the
Abby?
kids?
Have you seen Miss Inaya?
No, Miss Nilo. Miss Inaya isn't back yet.
And she just ran away. That's a very... Okay.
Wasn't she just passing on a message? Does she really need this much time?
Did she start arguing with her father again?
Oh no, Traveler, Paimon. I think I've messed up big time. What if Inaya never planned to come back?
What?
Please explain.
It's just a gut feeling, but knowing her, she probably feels like she's completely responsible for what happened. She probably thinks that all of this happened because she was staying here.
Oh, right. As soon as her father showed up, she said that her father was targeting her. So she's felt like that this whole time.
She has a long-standing conflict with her father. That's why she ran away from home. She doesn't think that we can win the debate. And she doesn't want to implicate us. So she thought leaving was the best thing to do.
Even after we decided to go to debate, she still couldn't bring herself to support it.
And then she just quietly left afterward.
No, we should bear all of it.
Exactly. She's being too pessimistic. How will you know if you don't try? Anyway, first things first. We have to get her back.
But where should we start? Sumeru is huge!
I think I might know. Let's start by looking outside the city.
Oh, I love a good cheeseburger. We called that, didn't we? We kind of did.
Before I brought her to Zubair Theater, she was staying at a remote campsite. She got a fever from drinking unclean water, so I carried her back. If she has nowhere else to go after leaving the theater, she might go back and strike out on her own again.
Then let's go take a look.
Yes, let's hurry.
So to find the person outside. This is the way outside?
Time to go.
Outside city, is it outside? Oh, it is outside. Yes, outside actually means outside. Wow, I didn't realize. My brain beat dummy dum dum. I just had to teleport. I thought it would be not that outside. It's just, you know, by the outskirts. But I guess it was way too far in the woods. Into the woods we go. The mushroom. Ooh. Where's our camp?
There are signs that someone had stayed here very recently.
But we can't confirm if it was Inaya or not. Let's take a look around first.
Oh my god.
Did you hear that?
I heard a voice. Is Inaya?
I heard it too. Let's investigate.
Oh well. That was kind of creepy. Oh, they gave us Nilu!
With all my strength.
Oh, I never saw Inaya do. I mean, I never got to see Nilu this good, so I didn't know she does it whole dance and such.
Positions.
It's pretty awesome.
All eyes on me.
I just wasted her burst. Why? Because I wanted to try it out.
With all my strength.
Oh! So you can use your E attack and you can have it on different forms.
Positions.
What does she look like when she fights? Oh, so she kind of dances when she fights. Although she has a sword, but in her way, she's still dancing. And even when she does her E attack, her E attack has 4 different phases. Like her simple power move has 4 different phases. And the last phase, she actually just uses her sword and does a sweet little twirl. Pretty interesting. I love how she's gracefully she dances. I love it. It's really beautiful. I'm still trying to understand her attacks. So we can skip her that by doing attack right away. They're like, reach the emergency. Oh, we have a timer. I didn't know that. How was I supposed to know there's a timer? It's okay, we'll reach there in time. We'll be fine.
Closer. The voice is coming from over there.
I don't hear anyone. What are you talking
We're
about?
almost there.
Okay, we're going further away now. Oops, wrong key. Wait, what? Which way? Oh, Sumter. Oh, not Sumter Beast.
Stay back!
It's Inaya.
It's Inaya! She's being attacked by wild animals! Inaya, don't be scared! We're coming to help!
We're already here to help. What are you talking about? She's not good at her attacks.
With all my strength.
She dances. Why does she dance? She's awesome with this shit. There are more. Oh, I spent too much time in just watching her dance. I kind of mixed it up. Oh, guess you're now busy. Well, no worries. I'll get to have more in my oh, you can't fail. Hold on, guys. I'll quickly do the turn. Hold on.
Inactivity serves no purpose whatsoever. All the world holds dear is but a backdrop of constant motion. I stand before it, alone and unchanging.
Oh, that's a beautiful little haiku there. Haiku? That sounds awesome. Yeah, she does fight pretty awesome. Also, my monitor for the PC changed. And I love the new. It's not new, but I used to have this before. But then I had someone like replace mine with theirs, and theirs was not that good. It's actually bad. Their screen was reflecting light, so every time I had light in my room, like light on, it would. Ow, ow, ow. What is this? There are two people attacking me!
I will have order.
Because every time I had light on, I couldn't see anything on the screen, so it was kinda annoying. But yeah, now I'm able to get it back. It's really comforting. Where is the person? I thought I had two people fighting me. Where is it? You have two people fighting me?
There is no escape.
Life goes on.
Quake!
bother you because it was too bright? Let me explain now that there's no battle. The light would reflect onto the screen and it would make everything on screen barely visible. Make sense now? And now that I have this monitor back, the size is a bit bigger because the borders are it was the same size, except that monitor had big borders, so the screen itself was small. This one has thinner borders, so the screen itself is big. And because there is no reflection, I can actually see the colors
in this world
of
I
the
roam.
game, and it's
Sounds
much
like someone
better.
had stayed here very.
But we can't confirm if it was. Let's take a look around.
So I can now actually see the beautiful colors in the
Did you
game
hear that?
and the team and my characters and such. So I'm actually enjoying it now.
I heard it too. Let's investigate.
Let's investigate. I get Teal. This time I'll focus on saving
Getting
and I.
closer. The voice is coming from over there.
Yes, we're almost there.
Stay back!
She's being attacked by wild animals.
While they're in the battle, when she's being attacked, Teal does not get to finish her dance move. No wonder I didn't get to see it. Does her burst even do? I'm confused out. They died? Okay. Oh, okay, so why was actually making things too dark before? Let me try to explain it. Let me see if I can explain it better. So, there's a screen, right? I can right now see what's on the screen. I can see the characters, I can see the people. Before, the light that was behind me, that light behind me was falling on the screen, and wherever I could see the light exactly on the screen. I could see the light, like the tube light. I could see it on the screen. Reflection was so bright. I could see it. So firstly, wherever the out thing was, it was like an entire white line over there, like a thick white line. I cannot see that. And then the rays and the glow from about 3 inches up and top, I couldn't see that. So it was taking a good upper portion of my screen. I could not see what's on the monitor. I could not see the game and such. And also, the light would make the colors and everything so bland that it was like foggy.
There weren't so many big animals in this area before. They chased after me for a long time. Sorry. I'm causing trouble for you again.
Why did you leave by yourself? You really don't think we have a chance at winning the debate?
No. I just thought it would take too much effort. Everything happened because of me. If I'm gone, then the situation will resolve itself.
But everyone's is trying so hard.
Everyone's working together towards a happier ending. No one should be singled out for blame.
It's all right if it's me. As long as the theater won't get demolished. You guys are the kindest people I've ever met. You shouldn't suffer so much because of me.
Listen to me, Inaya. Even if you were the reason that all of this happened, no one would blame you. Mr. Zubair said that you're one of us, so that means we will protect
Interesting.
you.
I'm glad that you get your initial monitor back. Yes, indeed. Now everything is perfect. Earlier, I had to be if someone's sitting in the room with me, so they would prefer having the light behind me turned on. I would have to request them to turn the light off because it would make it impossible for me to see the game. I could not see any monsters there, I couldn't see any bosses fights there, I couldn't see anything on almost half top of the screen, so it was really, really hard. I'm glad to have this as well. The colors are better. Everything is much better. The texture is better as well.
No matter what happens,
It's soothing
we'll
for the
stand
eyes.
as one.
Nilu, there will always be a victim. Whether it's me or the theater. You can't eat your cake and have it too. You can't win a debate against the academia. Especially since your opponent will be my father.
Are you so sure?
My father is an extremely demanding man. He's always wanted me to become an exceptional researcher and his academic successor.
I think this time Inara should be the one doing the debate.
I tried my best to meet his expectations and did everything I could. But he still wasn't satisfied. Or rather, he had just never been satisfied with me.
Yeah, that's why Inara should be the one doing the debate. After the debate is won, Inara would win the recognition she wanted.
I'm no genius. But whenever he berated me, it was always as if he was asking me, why aren't you a genius? Yeah, like I'd know.
So that's why you ran away from home?
At first, I thought the father would slowly come to terms with reality. But he just wouldn't stop berating me. For one exam, I earned the 3rd highest score. I thought that all my hard work had finally paid off, and that I could finally make father feel some modicum of joy. I even used the embroidery skills I learned at school to make a commemorative gift for him. I thought, even this daughter can make her father happy sometimes.
I see. When we were embroidering your gift before, I didn't feel like you were new at it.
Yeah. Sorry for not bringing it up. These are not pleasant memories for me. I was tired of him yelling at me every day. All I wanted was to see him smile at me, but he was more angry than ever before once I'd given him my embroidery and told him my score. He flung my present to the side. You think you should be proud of 3rd place? Reflect on why you weren't first. I forgot how long I'd cried for. I only remember my parents arguing. My mother also thought he went overboard. They argued for such a long time. My father eventually stormed out and slammed the door behind him. I didn't get a single sentence of apology or any words of comfort. I've completely given up. We're destined to never understand each other.
What if I was even ever sitting in the room with you, ever see the light? Yeah, that is actually, but still, I would still need light to guide you around.
How horrible!
I don't think you can beat him in a debate. Because he doesn't even understand what kind of place a theater is.
But what a bad, I know, it just ruined my entire mood. I'm like, not the daddy issues again. I'm like, oh, the daddy issues. Why are they so, like, so... The word slipped out of my mind. The word is, you know that feeling when you're saying something and suddenly the word just slips out of your mind, and then people or even you come up with different words, but it's like, no, that particular word, I want that very word, the one that slipped out of my mind. I want that. But yeah. Why is it so, what's it called? The word for the often occurrence. It seems to be common yeah, it's why it's so common. Like, it's why it's always happening, like the common occurrence. A lot of stories, doesn't it? It does.
He can never understand the relationship performers have with their audience. His life is devoid of camaraderie or friendship. He just wants everything to happen according to his wishes, as if the world revolves around him. What we cherish, our little place in this world, means nothing to him.
It sounds like your past has had a huge impact on you.
I understand now, Inaya. But when we were preparing for the debate, I heard something quite wise. Maybe it'll help you.
Oh no, we're supposed to choose an opinion.
The most important thing about an experience is how you choose to interpret it.
Yeah.
Miss Raykar has gone through a lot in her life, but she told us that she's very happy to live at the theater now. Although she ran into misfortune, it led her down a new path in life. She sees that as a blessing. She told me that the most important thing about an experience is how you choose to interpret it.
Interpret it?
I can sympathize with your unhappiness at home, but after you ran away, you ended up at the theater and became one of us. Those unhappy experiences allowed you to really cherish your bond. Don't let your past suffering keep you from the new life that you've worked so hard to find.
Oh.
Let the past stay in the past.
You don't have to be so hard on yourself.
When I ran away from home, I swore that I would leave my family conflicts behind. But you're right. All I'm doing now is falling right back into it.
Maybe you'll disappoint him, but that doesn't matter. You have a new future. Don't let go of the answer you've worked so hard to find.
That's right. If we put our heads together, there's bound to be a way.
You're right. There's nothing to be afraid of. I'm not trying to meet his expectations. So why should I give up because of him? I can't afford to lose anything more. We have to win. The debate will not only protect Zubair Theater, but also allow me to settle things with Father.
That's right.
That's the spirit.
Yes, now that we got on our side, we should win this thing. Yes, right.
Let's go. I'll tell my father about the debate. I know him very
We
well.
didn't tell him about the
Even
debate
if he looks down on us, I know how to make him accept.
All right, let's go.
We're going back to Sumeru City, which is okay. The only issue is he hadn't told him before, so I mean we were all waiting for debate. If we would have not realized that she's run away.
Well, I'm off to meet with him. Please wait here for me.
Okay. Looking forward to your good news. That should be everything. The only thing left to do now is to wait until the debate. I'm not sure why, but I'm getting nervous again.
You were great, Nilu! Your words won over Inaya. Talk like that during the debate, and you'll get an easy win!
I want to see what happens here. Me too.
Thanks for that, Paimon. But I still feel like it'll be an uphill battle. I need to be calmer, cooler, and more collected.
You haven't broken any rules. Lots of people are rooting for you.
I'm acting as everyone's representative, so I'll need to act brave.
There's still one problem left unresolved.
Huh? What's left?
The theater's existence. Is it only for art and performance?
What a strange question. Isn't a theater just a theater? Why would it need to be anything else?
It is everything else.
You're not asking what the theater does, but what it is. Let me think. How can I put this? Everyone is free to appreciate art. No form of art is inherently superior.
Art must first be appreciated by others to confer value.
Mr. Zubair has been meticulously managing the theater. Everything checks out. Inaya really wants to win.
The most important thing about an experience is how you choose to interpret it.
Maybe this one.
Art must first be appreciated by others to confer.
Maybe this one?
Ah, got it. When we were trying to find a way to save the theater, we heard many stories not of the theater, but of the people whose lives have been touched by it. Zubair Theater is our reason for coming together. It connects us all in unique ways. In other words, it's like a bond.
A bond?
The theater provides money for Miss Raykar and her children, inspiration for Mr. Kasani, and enjoyment for the people of the Great Bazaar. It also gives Inaya shelter from her family. It has brought us together after taking care of every single one of us, and its story won't end here. In the future, many more people will come to the theater and receive its blessing, and we'll all be there for them. Our warm, welcoming community will show them the same kindness we were shown in the past. Aside from the delivery of performances, isn't this another reason for Zubair Theater's continued existence?
Yeah, that makes sense. We definitely felt that warmth during the preparations for the event. But Paimon doesn't see how this will help in the debate.
Yeah, I said that her father doesn't care for interpersonal relationships. This may be his weak point.
Oh, gotcha! No matter how strong an opponent is, they'll have to go on the defensive if pressed on a weak point.
I feel like that's another prong in our attack. Thank you so much.
Paimon also feels a lot more relieved. Let's show him what we got!
Sorry for the wait. I'm back. Things went a lot more smoothly than I expected. It didn't take long for him to accept the debate. It is set for 2 days from now. Why are you all smiling so much? Did something good happen?
We realized that your dad might not be as scary as we had thought.
We just finished our prep. Rest easy. It will all turn out well. We have to win. No, we will win, Inaya.
Fingers crossed.
Let's go, we will win. We've worked too hard for this. We've also waited for too long. Waited for too long, had too long. It's time to win. I've never understood the concept of time. Anyone would be like, hey, Eve, meet me 2 days later. I will never meet them. You better tell me the date and day. Even if just a date or just a day would be fine. But never be like, hey, Eve, meet me after 2 days time, or meet me a day after tomorrow. I mean, the day after tomorrow is also fine. But in 2 days time, I never understand that. I never get it. Is it 2 days time means from Monday to Wednesday because it's 2 days? Or 2 days time like after like on Thursday?
In the blink of an eye, it's already debate time.
This debate, the dragons are saying too. I love
Milu.
debates too.
Hopefully
I also want to see it. I want to see the debate. Some debates are really stupid. I've experienced some. They were really, really annoying. That's why we must go and see if this debate works out well. I don't know the way down. How do I go back down? Oh god. I'm always lost. I'm still trying to remember the way through Sumeru City. It's still complicated. We have to go to about the circles down. We're here. I'm the Inazuma Archon and Levy Archon. We're here to see and represent your Sumeru Archon. We've experienced a lot through the years. It's called me to shout at things.
A
Indeed
scholar
we
from the
have.
academia, and I will serve as this debate's adjudicator.
Oh, that's awesome.
I swear to judge both parties with the utmost wisdom and impartiality. I will neither interfere with the proceedings nor demonstrate bias.
That is
I
fair.
ask for both parties to stand. May the Dendro Archon also serve as a witness to this duel of wits.
Oh my god.
Since you so desperately demand an explanation, I will expound on the Academia's stance. You may have misunderstood us from the outset and believe that the Academia is prejudiced against you. However, the truth is that the Academia wishes for every resident of Sumeru to be afforded opportunities to grow and cultivate their wisdom. Therefore, the works they consume should also possess enlightening qualities and intellectual value. We have failed to identify these qualities in the shows performed at Zubair Theater. In other words, instead of struggling against the Academia in pointless confrontations, if you had spent your time reflecting on improving the quality of your shows and enlightening your audience, Zubair Theater would not be today facing such a tragic fate.
Aggressive from the get-go. He's really putting on the pressure. Can Nilu stand her ground?
Calm down, Nilu. First, carefully analyze what he said. He said that we were shut down not because the Academia looks down on the arts, but rather because our shows aren't up to their standards. However,
We're supposed to choose from the options.
everyone is free to appreciate art. No form of art is inherently superior.
Art must first be appreciated by others to confer value.
Don't think that would make for a good rebuttal.
Oh, fuck. Value theaters.
The theater carries everyone's feelings and serves as the bond that connects us all. Don't think that would make for a good rebuttal. In your eyes, our shows can't meet the Academia's expectations. Shouldn't it be the audience who decides if a show is intellectual or enlightening? Why is someone from the Academia judging that? Also, I believe that there is no such thing as a wiser or more enlightening performance. Art doesn't discriminate, and it appeals to all. Everyone has the right to appreciate art.
Appreciation is but a primitive form of satisfaction. Guidance and enlightenment are necessary if we are to induce growth in the performers as well as the audience. This stance holds performers to a higher standard and encourages the development of the arts. If all performances are simple-minded, require little effort to comprehend, and lack any impetus for the betterment of society, then the people will not be able to develop a greater level of artistic understanding. Nurturing the populace's understanding requires a long and arduous process, and guiding this process is the Academia's true goal.
He changed the topic without batting an eye. Good thing I'm prepared. If I remember correctly, what I should say here is...
This one.
Art must first be appreciated by others to confer value.
Someone at our theater has tried that before. He was a famed artist, but he recognized that very few people could connect with his works. I agree that art should be enlightening, but we can't pursue that goal by creating complicated works. If a work can't tap into an audience's personal experiences or feelings, then its contents may as well be a castle in the sky. What's the point of performing a show that its audience can't even follow? That would only be forcing people to watch something they don't like.
You can only reach that conclusion from a place of ignorance.
In that case, before passing judgment, you should first become a better dancer than me.
You tell them, Nilu.
Looks like he's backed himself into a corner.
As the party holding the burden of proof, Sharif has failed to provide sufficient support for his judgment of the quality of Zubair Theater's programs. Likewise, the definition that Nilu put forth is but her personal opinion. Neither party is the victor for this particular point of contention. Additionally, I must request that both parties exercise greater control on their emotions.
Keep it up, Nilu! You're doing great!
In that case, I shall speak of more concrete matters. The essence of this issue is that you have violated the law, so you must now pay the price for your transgression. This course of action is also completely procedurally sound. We have already contacted Zubair Theater multiple times regarding the theater's repertoire. However, you have consciously ignored our warnings. Or perhaps your compliance was purely superficial. Regardless, that failure has indirectly led to the present day's proceedings.
That is indeed so, according to the laws decreed by the Academia.
He started talking about procedural stuff, so I need to focus on...
The Zubair is intrude.
Mr. Zubair has been meticulously managing the theater. Everything checks out. Mr. Zubair has already provided signed copies of all documentation related to our operations. Everything is perfectly filled out and valid. Although the theater's performances don't align with the Academia's requests, the law doesn't say that Zubair Theater can be demolished only because of that reason. Demolition notices need to be provided in writing and made available to the public. Otherwise, the theater can continue to operate as long as its license is valid. Failing to follow these rules makes your stance procedurally unsound.
Yeah! That's right!
There are different ways to apply the rules. There is precedent for this. So long as this matter is discussed within the Academia, this course of action will come to pass.
Looking at the past 27 cases of similar nature, 90% of them support Sharif's claim and position. However, the demolition process in those cases was only started after discussion at the Academia. In other words, premature notice of demolition is indeed a rash act.
That's more than enough. We've proven that the order is unreasonable as it currently stands.
Cease your futile resistance.
Nilu's definitely won this point, right?
You don't like that.
You're right. Stay focused, Nilu.
Even if permission for demolition has yet to be obtained, it is a fact that your performances violated the Academia's policies on numerous occasions.
Wait, so they didn't have permission for the demolition yet? Oh my god.
Based on that fact, we can permanently revoke your right to perform in Sumeru.
Under the current system, it is indeed possible to immediately revoke Zubair Theater's performing rights.
That's a thing?
I figured that's a fact.
Rather than protecting Zubair Theater, I surmise that your true intention is to maintain your hold over your audience and their patronage as your source of income. Without them, Zubair Theater is nothing more than an empty building. And without its performances, the theater has nothing else of value.
What you said isn't true at all.
Keep it cool, Nilu.
His intention is revoking you.
Right. I need to keep calm, but heat just a little more. Zubair Theater isn't just a performance venue to us. The theater carries everyone's feelings, and
yeah, this one.
Zubair Theater isn't simply a performance venue to us. It means more than that. It's been our home for a long time. Miss Raykar can't go on adventures anymore, but she has found a stable career and a new life at the theater. Her son, Sorin, has already passed his theater exam, and he'll soon be our newest member. Mr. Kasani found a new way to look at art. He decided to stay at the theater to watch us grow. Mr. Farhad and Mr. Hushang visit even when there isn't a show going on. And they always tell us lots of entertaining stories. Even Inaya wants to stay with us. And she's starting to look forward to a new future. Zubair Theater exists for them. For every single one of us.
Perhaps Zubair Theater has provided you with a multitude of positive emotions and experiences. However, you have misconstrued something, young miss. The interpersonal relationships you speak of were established upon normal theater operation. Sheikh Zubair operates the theater for his livelihood. His employees work for their wages, and the audience comes to enjoy performances. Relationships are merely a byproduct in this exchange of interests. They may be pleasant and captivating, but they can only ever be secondary. When scholars collaborate to solve difficult problems, we freely share our knowledge and resources with one another as if we were all kin. However, this collaboration ends after the results of our work are published. The reason is simple. We are scholars, and there are new projects that await our attention.
He really doesn't think much of relationships. Paimon also thinks he did a lot of prep. He's been solid as a rock.
Sharif's argument is currently the more persuasive of the two for this point of contention. The continuance of the interpersonal relationships Nilu spoke of remains hypothetical before the theater's demolition. Whereas the situation that Sharif described has been well documented at the Academia. The Academia has made significant academic contributions, in no small part due to its researchers' efficiency and ability to compartmentalize.
Oh no, what should we do? Things are going in the opposite direction. A setup? So Nilu's got him?
Good. He said what he said. The next argument could decide this debate, but is this really the best thing to do? It might be too cruel to Inaya.
It is, though.
Inaya really wants to win. She doesn't want to lose anything else because of her painful past. She already agreed to this. She wants to win, no matter what. Me too. Mr. Sharif believes that interpersonal relationships are a byproduct of working towards a goal. Once that goal is achieved or abandoned, those relationships would have no more reason to continue. Then, if someone has failed to live up to his expectations...
If someone has failed to live up to your expectations and ran away from home, then she shouldn't be your daughter anymore. Right?
Inaya...
Sorry, Nilu. As expected, I should be the one to say it. You don't need to shoulder this responsibility for me. If in your eyes, the purpose of my existence is to become your academic successor, then that goal has ended in complete failure. By your logic, that means there is no more reason to sustain our relationship as father and daughter.
Members of the audience who do not belong to either debate party, please speak with caution.
Let her speak. What she does not say, Nilu will.
No matter how many disagreements we've had, the truth is that you are still my father. You're so immersed in your own world, you can't understand why we come together for the sake of relationships.
Yeah, don't look down on us.
You can watch a dance anywhere, but there's only one Zubair Theater.
I'm almost starting to feel sorry for this guy, what with the idiotic things he said.
Oh my god.
Order! Order! Members of the audience, do not interrupt debate proceedings.
I confess that this is the final argument we had prepared. Disown me, and you will win the debate. But before that, Father, I have some final words to say. I've been doing some soul searching. Not about whether I should have run away from home, but whether there was any point to my personal rebellion against you. I kept trying to earn your approval, but I only disappointed you over and over. The truth is, I ran away from home as a means to vent my recurring frustration. That is to say, I was exerting pressure on you and hoping you'd give up on your lofty expectations. But by doing that, wasn't I just doing the same thing as you? I won't force my expectations upon you anymore. At Zubair Theater, I have found the life I've always wanted. I will move on from my family troubles and strive towards my new goal. But if you dare to harm this place, then I will stand with my friends here and fight against you.
This is not the time to space out, Sharif. The debate is still underway.
This is kind of becoming not the way the debate was supposed to go, but hey, I mean, things are things, and she's putting up points. Points can be anything.
You already consider them to be your friends.
Is it too hard to believe?
You should be asking us that question.
Oh my god.
Of course we are! Miss Inaya is a really good friend.
It was a bit of a process, but we won her over.
Make no mistake. All those who come to Zubair Theater become one of us. We will always be with her.
Such puerile simplicity. However...
Now they're having a dramatic pause.
It is surprisingly a relief.
Wait, what are you... never mind.
What?
They left? Does that mean we've won?
We won?
Nilu! You're amazing!
Yeah, Inaya was always the brother.
I relaxed for a moment and I feel a little faint. It looks like he still has a place for her in his heart.
Terrific work, Nilu and Anaya. They likely won't cause any more trouble for us.
Didn't know you could get so fierce. I have a lot of newfound respect for you two.
This really took a lot out of me, though. I don't ever want to do this again.
Both Miss Nilu and Miss Inaya were so cool!
The observers, we have to get into debate with the council at least once a year, and it's always annoying. I can understand. And yes, I've been in a lot of debates recently. It's annoying indeed. I mean, it's working. He's got nothing to say now. He left.
Should we throw a second round of celebrations?
Second round of celebrations. I mean, our first celebration failed, so I guess we kind of deserve to have a celebration. Also, I was hoping for a cutscene. Can I have a cutscene? Dude, can we have a
It's
cutscene?
you.
Is it even possible to have a cutscene?
Yes, I feel a lot better. The more I think back on everything, the more surreal it all
I'd be down for
feels.
that. Definitely.
I don't think I could repeat what I did a second time.
All your preparations are paid off.
Yes, and it's all thanks to you.
I want to hear yours now. What? Oh. Now that I've heard everyone else's story, I want to hear yours.
I see. You mean how fate brought me to the theater, right? Then I'll have to tell you about my teacher who Mr. Zubair had mentioned.
A cutscene?
Mr. Zubair opened his theater when I was still a child. There was a beautiful dancer, and from the moment I saw her, I couldn't look away. I thought to myself, the gods must have blessed her with such talent. But later on, she would actually smile down at me and say, just the opposite, in fact.
The opposite?
Yeah. She said, dance is an art born from toil. It isn't a gift from the gods, but a creation by our own hands. It is a beautiful thing born from our life experiences. Whenever there is joy or something to be celebrated, people will dance. In other words, any place where people can effortlessly begin a dance will for sure be filled with the blessings of everyone's happiness. She wasn't looking for flowers and applause. All she wanted was to see her audience smile.
What art means to people?
Right. The same as what Mr. Kasani believes. I was completely moved by what she had said, so I started taking dance lessons from her. And later on, I began to dance here in her stead. Before she retired, she told me, for as long as you live, never forget what dance means to others. This is why Mr. Zubair and I never intended to listen to the academia. Even though it ended up causing everyone a whole lot of trouble, thankfully, everything worked out in the end.
Looks like you won't have to worry anymore.
Although, I do have a small regret.
What's it to mirror and everyone having regrets in Naya?
Yeah. Even though she has already decided to stop fighting with her father, they never managed to have a real conversation with each other. Before he left, Mr. Sharif looked like he had a lot on his mind. He probably has a lot of things he wants to say, but will now perhaps never get a chance to.
Well, that's kind of his fault, I guess, but hey, I hope for the best.
Yeah, but I still hope that things can change. It never hurts to have hope. You and Paimon are more than welcome to keep attending our shows. Who knows? Next time, you might see Inaya on the stage.
Oh, Inaya's trying to be a dancer too? Hey, cutscene!
Are you still worried about Inaya?
We
Let's
could
be
debate
sure to come
2
back
days
often.
What?
Who knows? Maybe things will have worked out for her.
Wait for debates 2 days. There's another debate? Maybe it's the other part. Day after tomorrow. We're waiting for the night. So that should mean there's a cutscene? 20. Yeah, we have to wait for 20. Now we can go. Cutscene!
Everyone, I'd like to introduce you to our newest member, Hinaya.
Hello, everyone.
She'll be dancing for us from now on, so please give her your support.
Hinaya's taken her place on the stage! Oh, Paimon wonders how she'll look when she starts dancing.
What's happening in this cutscene? I thought it was a cutscene, but it's probably not started yet. It just started with us walking over to the stage and Nilu ending her dance. And then Inaya came over and now she's standing next to her. And they're telling that Inaya would be the one dancing. So let's see if Inaya dances and there is a cutscene.
When you stop and think about it, happy endings like this sure aren't easy to come by.
Guess it's not really a cutscene. All things came together to make it happen.
Nilu's efforts, everyone's wisdom, Inaya's determination.
And Sheriff's mercy.
Huh? What do you mean by that?
He eventually gave us a chance. He didn't have to agree to the debate.
The whole demolition thing was going overboard, but he really could have banned Nilu and the others from dancing. If he really wanted to be ruthless, he could have done some real damage, even without winning the debate. Oh well, it's not like we can understand how people like him think. Let's focus on watching the performance.
Enough of him for now.
Huh? Wait, look who the cat dragged in! Isn't that Inaya's father?
Go greet him. Is he here to watch her dance?
It's you two. I don't have much to do today, so I just came to look around this place.
Are you looking for Inaya?
No, I am simply here to watch a performance. There is no need to trouble her.
Shouldn't you be busy?
I was for a time. My loss at the debate caused quite the loss of face for the academia, so there was a period of unrest. I used this opportunity to suggest that my superiors temporarily suspend me from duty. Otherwise, the rumors would probably persist for even longer.
Suspended from duty?
Yes, I am temporarily unemployed. However, I now have an abundance of time, so I can afford to come here and watch a show. I admit that I do not understand the magic that this theater possesses, but my curiosity has been piqued. I still cannot forget that young lady's perseverance. Inaya would almost certainly mature in the presence of such a person.
You're still concerned about your daughter.
There are no parents who do not worry about their children. I suppose she managed to hit a weak spot of mine. Never mind. I do not have the right to say that.
You're already here, so you might as well go see her.
No, that is not necessary. I will take my leave after the show concludes.
We have to see Inaya dance, but I wonder if Genshin even gave her a dance.
Do not tell her that I was here.
Nilu saw it.
Come on. Who knows if you'll get a chance like this again?
Oh, there is a cutscene.
But...
Huh?
You said you were going to make peace with your past. Show your father how much you've grown. Don't be nervous. Everyone at Zubair Theater has your back. Hey, let's go somewhere else. We should give them some space.
You sure they'll be okay?
I don't know, but I think we should have faith in them.
He's moving much freely now. I love cutscenes.
Yes, Inaya. I have something for you. I'm still learning. It's hardly a masterpiece, but it's yours, if you'll take it. You don't have to take it. It's fine. Never mind.
heart to heart. Father.
Like father, like daughter. They're both so awkward with their feelings.
Yeah. She probably would have snuck away as well if I didn't drag her back.
Loki gave her a fabric with his art on it. Okay, fair enough. But I love cutscenes because of how many different body movement they give them in the cutscene. Because usually in normal talk like this, they have fixed amount of actions and movements, like nodding, making their hands a fist, and just like bringing it close to their face for show excitement, or either it's excitement, happiness, or putting pressure onto words, anger. They do the same action. I love cutscenes because they're more smooth in it, you know?
Do you think they'll be able to reconcile?
I'm not sure. A complete reconciliation may also not be the best thing for them right now. All those years of arguments and misunderstandings can't be settled overnight. It might be best if they continue to keep some distance for now. But no matter where their hearts and bodies may be, they will always be family. All I wish for them is to be able to one day tap into the warmth of that bond. Oh, by the way, everyone's really thankful to you for helping out with the debate. So, we made you a little something. Hope you'll like it.
Ooh, they made us a tiny stage! Aww.
Isn't this Zubair Theater? Whoa! This is amazing! It's so detailed and polished!
We've also never made anything this complicated before. Mr. Zubair and Mr. Kasani took charge of the design, while Inaya and I made all the little pieces with the help of others. Miss Reikar and Miss Nadia made and assembled the centerpiece. As adventurers, you two will doubtlessly travel to many more lands and see many more things. That's why we hope that your time at Zubair Theater will become a fond memory of your journey. You two are welcome back anytime.
We'll come back and watch you dance whenever we get the chance.
I should drop the format as accepted, right?
You're welcome. And there's no need to be so polite. You learned fast. Come on, take it. This is the story of you and me. It's a tale that I'll never, ever forget.
I wanted a longer cutscene. But it was a good story. And we got a lot of items also as well. It was actually a good story and a good thing. Beautiful. That was actually pretty beautiful. I liked it. But I also got the Hero's Bit, so tomorrow I'll get 5 Intermine Fates. That will be amazing. I've been collecting a lot of
Osmet, this wine tastes the same as I remember. But where are those who share the memory?
I love the dialogue. Zhongli's dialogues are amazing. This is actually a good feeling. I had a very comfy, good feeling. I loved it. It was good. It was definitely good. Also, I'm happy with all the rewards I got. Rewards and such as well. Noah! And Kool-Aid. Kool-Aid. Who's a sender? Who's a sender? I'll get a reward. And Kujisara as well? What? I didn't know I didn't have them leveled up. What about Yunjin? Holy, I have so many people on level 1. Whoa! I didn't know Yunjin does an entire theater dance. She's awesome. Do it again, do it again, do it again, do it again. pretty awesome. I loved it. I still wish I could have seen Anna's father reaction to her dance though. Yeah, me too. But she didn't dance, so sad. I would like to see her dance.
Every journey has its final day. Don't rush.
But still, the cutscene was nice on its own. I loved it. Let's get these 3
I'll
girls.
ensure your safety.
Let's get all these 3 girls to level 20.
With you all the way.
And we'll get 3 wishes out of them.
Which up?
And for that, we'll go to... We're in Sumeru, because Sumeru's monsters have higher XP drops. And of course, I kept Kazuha with me, so we could actually fight.
Follow the wind.
This is not where you fight, is it? No, this is not the place. We can fight around... maybe here. Here's a great cutscene. I enjoyed it very much. I enjoyed it as well. It was deep. It was nice. I really enjoy cutscenes in this game. Where are the mushrooms? I don't find some mushrooms.
Time to go.
Any mushrooms around I can fight? Mushrooms! Mushrooms, come fight me! Not the crocodiles, the mushrooms. I love the stories. That's part of the reason why I enjoy this game so much, even though I can't play it. Yeah, I understand. Actually, I too keep returning to this game over and over for the stories and stuff. The arts and everything is actually pretty beautiful. That's why I love playing this game. I love fantasy stories anyway, so this is a free fantasy story. Why would I not accept it? Oh, they're not mushrooms? I thought they're mushrooms. I just have to go and fight a few. They drop a lot of XP, so I'll be fine. Just a few XP should be good. Oh, there they are. Let's see if we can even fight them all.
Clouds high. The birds call.
Oopsies.
Quiver.
Recall I got level 20. Oops.
Wind strike. Fallen leaves. Adorn my...
And leap.
Time to go. Wind strike. Clouds high. The birds call. Wind strider.
XP was that? I picked up enough XP for them to level up? What? Okay, they're still leveling up somehow. Okay, ascend. Holy is
Does
ascending.
this mean I'm making progress?
Jan fans also love the stories, and I'm very sure that Wild Wing more enjoyed them too. Of course, Texas changed dragons to giants somehow. Wait, how? No, wait, how? How giants and dragons? I need
There are
explanation.
leaves around, and I know.
I need explanation right
What shall we do?
now. Play around, shall we?
If you wish to hear it.
We can level up genre a little bit. That sounds like the drum, the wooden thing that people play for dance. Like the one that Yunjin was playing. This one. You should play it. This. See the wooden sticky noise.
Follow the wind.
I am following the wind. Take me where the wind goes. Where the wind goes. I have no idea how it came up with that. Yeah, fantasy stories and such is my most favorite one. You know those stuff people be like, oh, you know the kid? That kid loves books so much. If only they could go to school, they would do so well. Now let me tell you one thing. Storybooks are nothing like education books, okay? There is a huge difference between us.
This
You can't be like, oh my god, this kid loves to read books. That's even an education book. He would not read it. Especially if you ask him tiny details and questions about his
One with wind and cloud.
he would just run away.
Wind strike.
Like years and decades and stuff like those. How come Kuchisara and Yunjin not level high up yet? That is so weird. The XP shares, right?
Time to go.
I step.
Rise!
Wind strike.
Now we're 20. Perfect. Let's have some wishes. Because I haven't had wishes in so long. I want to have some free wishes. Let's get some wishes. You're ascending up.
My bow sounds in peak condition. One shot is all I need.
Ooh. Give me the free wishing. And same for you.
As the saying goes, achievement in a field is the
And now that that's done, I can change. Oops. This is one of the 1,000 reasons why we're such good friends, because we both love fantasy stories. Definitely. I love them so much. I can literally just sit down and read tons of books in one go. And I would never be like, oh, maybe I had too much reading. Nope. I remember I binged a book. It was like, I had to read it because it was so good. I read 140 chapters. 140 chapters
Where do you want
in
to go
one
next?
sitting.
If you'd like to see Liu,
Because it was a fantasy book.
I have a few.
I couldn't put it down. It was too good. Give me a 4-star. I deserve it. Oh my god. What is my pity in this? You've already become 1 to 10, have I not? Now the details. Give me the history. Let's see. Oh, so now my pity is 9. That must be a 4-star. Yep. It's a dragon's bane. That's a new spear. I've never seen this spear before. Okay, I wouldn't mind. The spear is also good. I mean, I would have liked to have. Oh, I got this. I got masterless stuff. I have 20 here. Holy moly. Holy moly, holy moly. Holy moly, holy moly. Awesome. I love it. I'm having a lot of promos on me. That's not how you do it. I have a lot of promos on me though. I have a lot. Oh, that is a new sword. What weapon is that? Not a weapon. It's I mean, what's not a sword, but a bow. Not a bow. A spear. Come on, Eve. You know how to speak. Spear. Bane of Flame and Water. Increased damage against opponents affected by Hydro or Pyro. Hydro or Pyro? Do we even have anyone that's affected by Hydro or Pyro? Oh, I know! Oh my god, Toma. I don't use you, but I have a spear for you, my friend. You're already using a 4-star. No, switch it out. You're using this one. It also matches your clothes. It looks beautiful on you. Perfect. Good. Good. Ruffle your hair. You'll be happy. Bye, Toma. Because I have been listening to a very long book called Shadow Rising. It's in the Wheel of Time series. Ooh, it's a very good book. It's a very long fantasy books, as long as they're not roaming around in weird circles. I don't mind how long it is. You know what I mean by the weird circles? Sometimes it feels like this story has lost its line. It's dragging on for no reason. Then I would not be able to enjoy it. Then I might decide to not read further. But if it's not the case, I would definitely continue reading it. Anyway, I've been streaming for quite a long time now. I've been streaming for 3.5 hours, and considering that I've been having really tiresome days with debates and such, I would take a break here because I also have a lot of other work to do. I've literally been bombarded with works recently. It's like I have 4
Boats are
different.
made for transferring commodities back and forth, and those that come across Lior tend to stay a while. So it is where many things come to settle.
Strongly, are you suggesting I should go settle down in Leeway? I always end my stream near Monster for some reason. But yeah, what the story just seems to loop around. No, it seems to deviate from the main line of story. I mean, if it's a different book, then that's one thing. Let's say they were preparing for a battle. And after the entire time, they'd be like, yeah, we're not doing the battle. Now we're just roaming around about doing other stuff. And then suddenly the main characters we were reading about, they don't even get their conclusion, but we switch to some other characters, and now we're just focusing on their story. I mean, not many books happen that way, but I've read 1 or 2 books which were going around in loop, whereas the problem would continue to stay on and would just never be solved. There's also this book I've been reading. I stopped reading it now, not because I don't want to, but because the author is taking 8 to 20 days to bring out one update, and the chapter would be so tiny. But they made it into 3 books, and the story is now just stretching on. You know, like you keep stretching something, it just now starting to lose all the flavor. It's just becoming a bland
Wherever
stretch.
in this world I roam.
It's not just me, everyone in the chat is like, my god, you're on chapter more
It
than
is the last
1,000
link I
chapters.
have to the land of my
Please,
birth.
just at least finish one thing, because they have this only one main teaser that the lady is pretending to be someone else. And they're like, oh my god, this has been for 1,000 chapters. Reveal it already that she is the person the guy thinks she is. Because the entire thing will go on. He will find evidence, and we were like, oh my god, this time it will be revealed. Nope, he lost his evidences. Now he again cannot determine that it's her. Wow. Then we wait for another 10 chapters, and then he finds another evidence, and it becomes spicy. Ooh, we're gonna find it, we're gonna find it, we're gonna find it. No, he doesn't find it. He loses the evidence once again. And we're like, oh my god, now it's just dragging on. At least reveal that, and then maybe bring out some other issue. Like maybe they have to work on how they will live together and start working on that instead. But no, he's just dragging one same thing over and over and over. It's like, oh my god. Oh, so, oh, you mean like goes off the tangents? I see what you're saying. So, like, you don't like it when you have to keep track of multiple different plots. The thing is, my brain is already a distracted mush, okay? So, if you give me too many things to keep track of at the same time, and don't give a closure to things, but just keep on opening new pages, I would not be able to carry on. My brain would not work that
Wherever
way.
in this world I roam.
You know, you open one. It's like I'm reading books and leaving them in between. It would annoy me because I'm always like, oh, I want to know what's the end. But if the author is doing the same thing, he opens a book in a book, like he opens a story, doesn't end it, and starts another one in the same book, and then another, and then another, and then another. And we're like, dude, what happened to the first guy we saw in the beginning? What happened to them? He's like, oh yeah, no, forget about them. Just focus on this person. I'm like, oh my god. So why did we read? Why did I spend 3 hours reading about the first person if he wasn't even important? That's one of the problems with the books I'm reading. It's way too long, but we're getting through it. You know, it's like after a while, things start to lose their taste. People need to understand that. They don't want to end it where they don't want to readers. They shouldn't want readers to be like the readers are starting to get annoying and leaving, especially in books where people are unlocking chapter by chapter or they're paying for per chapter. Then the people will stop paying for particular chapters. Luckily, in my case, this book is for free. It updates whenever the author wants to update it, and it has no time limit. It can take forever to update it, kind of thing. Then it becomes even more annoying because we're already so many chapters. We're actually 3 chapters in. No, not 3 chapters, 3 books in. Yeah, he made 3 different books, and we're still on the same one point. The lady's real identity is not being revealed. So at this point, we're like, we've already seen all the things happen over and over. Can't you just move on to something else? And because it's not just about them, it's not just about the lady's true identity. It's about a lot of many things that we want to get closure. We want to get closure of about how their families would react to it. We want to get closure about how the other troubles that we were seeing, the bad guys, how would they work out with it, and they're like different aspects to the story. And it's like, unless this aspect, her true identity, is not solved, we would not be able to move on to the next thing.
If you wish to hear it.
So while he's spending in-story years just dragging on, those bad guys are also just dragging along. You know what I mean? Like I would say, like let's say I'm a bad guy, and I'm like, I'm gonna kill you. But because I can't actually go to that big main plot where the main person gets trapped and the other main character has to come and do the battle and such, because you know, the end battle always comes in to the end. So if I'm a bad guy and I told you I will kill you, why am I taking 3 years to kill you? Why am I not doing anything? But I can't do anything because you're taking 5 years to reveal the identity of the lady. And I'm supposed to be on hold till then. So it's starting to make the bad guy look more of a dumb guy. But hey, you have to keep reminding readers that yeah, this bad guy does exist. So what am I doing? I can't do anything drastic, because hey, the drastic is only after the identity is revealed. So I will do simple, silly stuff which makes me look bad. Like I will just spill coffee on her clothes. And they're like, oh my god, she's so evil. She spilled coffee on the clothes of the main character lady. Oh no. Dude, really? That is kind of, starts breaking it. I'm no longer that scary, spooky stuff. I'm reduced to this miniature evil guy who's blocking your car with mine, spilling coffee on your clothes, making you be late for your school interview, your job interview. So from someone who used to have guns and tons of criminal, like a gang, mafia gang right them, now I'm just someone who's reduced to this because the readers need to be reminded that yeah, I exist, you know? Well, I like it when stories are episodic, like sometimes you have no idea what's going to happen and all of a sudden right at the end you can see the bigger story. It's like, wow, didn't expect that. I love those as well. I've seen some, I've read those, my mind was blown away. And whenever I find good stories like those, I always make sure to comment on every chapter, tell the author how amazing their work is, and I always get in contact with the authors to tell them my words of appreciation. I can't speak. But yeah, I make sure that I tell them that it was an amazing book. It's hard to find amazing books like those, but I've read a few. I feel like I'm really lucky to have read some of those. But now the game Genshin has been pushed aside. I'm just discussing some. Because this kind of stuff about books and such, you can just spend hours with me talking and discussing these things. I love reading books. I also I read different themes and such. If it's fantasy or it's a horror, thriller, I go for almost every genre, so I'm fine. But fantasy holds the bigger thing. If you be like, hey, you want to read a normal story or a fantasy story? My first preference would be a fantasy. I'd be like, fantasy it is. I can't wait to let you read the whole series when it's done. I'm really excited about it. I am more than excited to also read the whole series. Because, like I said, I love it.
There are leaves
I would
around,
spend hours happily
and I
just
know
reading
just
it.
the tune to accompany them, if you wish to hear it.
Yes, Kazuha, I would love to hear you listen to your tunes. For now, we're ending the stream, ending the game, so I can take a rest, which I really need, and get on to the other works, which is kind of pulling me down. It's like I have to finish work fast enough so I can have a little bit of me time where I can read more books. Because I feel like the day is not complete without me reading at least 2 chapters. I think you'll enjoy the stories because I've enjoyed making them. I would love to read books. I can already feel it's good. I've read the small details you tell me and such, and if the story is about Sage and Snowy, then I feel like it's already gonna be amazing because I already love everything about them. So yeah. But I hope you all enjoyed the game. I loved it. Nilo is a really interesting character. It's pretty good. I feel like yeah, they're bringing out new characters which are better than the previous 5 stars. So Child would be not that strong compared to others, but Child would be the last time coming over, so still gonna save up for him and still gonna try to get him. Can't change my mind about that. I'm gonna try not to change my mind about that. But anyway, I hope you enjoyed it. Let me see if there's someone I can read. Is there anyone I can read? There's Izuminu. He's been been so long since I've read Izumi. Ooh, Alex, there is someone who is a writer in their writing book. Do you want me to read them? I didn't know that there are people writing books on stream. That's pretty interesting. I think they also reviewed the book. We can read it a little bit. Up to you, it's your raid. Yeah, let's give this person a raid. I think it would be nice to cheer them up. Might bring them in more mood to write. I know writing can be hard. All the writer's block, have to be in a proper mood and set up and such. I can understand that. Let's try to cheer them up. So we're gonna read them. Prepare the raid messages. The message 1 is for the subs, raid message 2 is for the non-subs. Copy it, because that's how we're going to show Arto. So we're here with the raid. Have a very good morning, afternoon, evening, and night. Evening or night, I can't speak. Evening or night. If you're gonna have some food, enjoy your meal. I already have mine. I enjoyed it. If you're gonna have some sleep, have a very, very comfy sleep. I will see you all in the next stream, which should be Bloons TD Battles too, because I enjoyed the game. I've been playing it a lot. Yeah, that next stream will be that one. So, till then guys, bye-bye.